But enough of this palaver. Let's get the show on the road.
Good morning. Welcome to the Opie and Anthony Show.
There we go.
We're very crowded today.
Yeah. Why is that?
I just wish Sirius XM would have listened to us.
Yeah.
We need a bigger space. We're gonna have a band come in today, and Jet. They got some new stuff they're gonna play for us today. And when they bring in their equipment, we can't even move in here.
Yeah, it really is.
Why do they think this is a good idea, a good studio for us?
Claustrophobic.
If we're trying to get things done.
Claustrophobic.
Don't you feel kind of uncomfortable because there's so much stuff in here today?
Yeah. It's insane. And poor Mars is he's doing things and talking to himself in the corner.
Yeah.
It's like wires and then I put this on. What the?
And we officially can't have anyone else in studio today. None of our guys.
No.
If any of the Uber fans are stopping by, we can't have you today. There's nowhere to put you. There's literally no room in this joint. But we will be professional broadcasters and do our best, like we do every morning.
We will rise above.
They're calling us the Google Bomb Kings. What can I tell you? But it is the truth.
We
invented the Google Bomb.
Bomb.
Other people are attempting to Google bomb, but we invented it a while ago.
The Google.
And what is the number one Google right now, Danny?
Well, number one Google trend is Rev Al is a racist.
That would be something we started yesterday, which is taking on a life of its own. We hit on something with the Rev Al is a racist thing.
Yes.
Because other people are also questioning, his racism.
You just got to throw it out there, and then people start thinking, hey, wait a minute, I guess he is.
This one's stuck because a lot of people are questioning what the F was Reverend Al talking about at that Michael Jackson memorial.
Yeah.
So, Rev Al is a racist. Number one on the Google Trends.
Yeah, well, it should be.
More importantly, number 14 is Corey Feldman is hurting.
That's number 14?
Yeah. Number 14 right now, but still climbing the Google charts.
What's just beating?
I think the only reason Corey Feldman is hurting is not number one is because a lot of people had a tough time spelling Corey and Feldman.
Yeah, Corey is weird. There's a few different spellings people confuse there, and then Feldman.
What's the proper spelling?
No, if it's men,
Feldman. Corey?
Yeah, I would assume.
Feldman?
Yeah, and they were probably doing MEN.
Sure. So there you go. Feldman.
I want to know who's just edging out poor hurting Corey Feldman.
Well, Corey Feldman is hurting. I mean, it's still too new to him. What's the number 13?
13 is Anita Lowe, but I have no idea who or what that is.
All right, who gives a crap?
Anita.
All that matters is Corey Feldman is hurting, and we're here to try to help him heal.
Gotta help him.
Chef.
He's still having trouble getting through this tough time.
This very, very tough time.
Very tough.
Jimmy, you think he has another Michael Jackson outfit, or is he wearing the same one?
He's probably got a couple different ones. I bet he has a couple different hats and a couple different colored jackets and somber sunglasses.
He's doing the whole thing with the shoes and the dancing and tipping the hat and putting his hand up.
You think he's going through his dry cleaner and saying, "Look, put a rush on this one because
I need it.
I'm going to need this back soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to need this one by the weekend."
This story's gonna die out.
Yeah.
I need to get in that limelight.
And he probably has seen the Google Trends. See,
yeah,
the world is with me.
I'm hurting.
They understand that I'm hurting.
I'm hurting.
You okay, buddy?
Yeah.
I think he's been taking phone calls all day.
I'm okay.
Just
You all right? I saw you in the paper. Dressed up like your old friend there.
Put a rush on this, could you, please? Hurting.
Yeah.
I'm hurting.
I haven't worn this since I was 11. It's got some what looks like tapioca on the back of it.
Oh, boy. Well, a lot of people tweeting me saying, man, Al Sharpton's about to go head-to-head with Bill O'Reilly.
Yeah.
And, man, I'm not a big fan of Bill O'Reilly. And just so you know where I stand, I'm not a fan of Keith Olbermann either. I'm actually kind of a fan of Sean Hannity, even though I don't really agree with him politically.
Yeah.
But he seems to be more of a real guy on that TV than the two I just mentioned.
I don't like O'Reilly because I think he says stuff that he absolutely doesn't believe in, just so people go, wow, I didn't expect that out of O'Reilly. Mm-hmm. Like he'll side with a liberal on a certain issue just to go like, see, look at me, fair and balanced. And you decide, no spin zone.
No spin zone,
And then
please.
you're like, just yesterday I heard you railing on this subject.
Right.
Then he gets someone in the studio there to interview, and he changes his tune and I think it's just to freak the audience out. So it keeps them guessing and going like, what?
I kind of agree with you. Yesterday when he had Reverend Al on, all I could think of was the fact that he wanted to call Reverend Al some horrendous names.
Oh, you mean that one?
I think he throws some shit around when he's not on TV, my friend.
Sure.
It's my humble opinion.
It's Irish.
Huh?
It's Irish from Long Island.
Yeah. But, so, I don't know. I was disappointed with the big showdown, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
You kind of said it about Reverend Al. He knows how to, like, weasel his way out of, like, tough situations.
He can deflect.
When he's put on the spot. He doesn't really ever answer a question.
No.
He answers your question by asking other questions.
Other questions
that
or
he needs answers to.
Laughing it off like it's nothing.
Oh, he
and
brushes the major stuff right aside.
Like, oh, you're silly for even asking that. Here's what it's about.
Right.
And it's like, no, I didn't ask you your opinion of what something's about. I asked you a direct question on an event or statement you made or your history, and he does not answer those things. He will not answer them.
He's like a bullfighter.
Yeah.
He's got the big, what do they call that thing?
Oh, the big friggin'
The red thing.
the cape.
Yeah, let's call it the red cape.
Big cape thing.
And then he, like, does a little move, and the bull is, like, past him. But the problem is, Rev, the bull's still in the area.
Yeah.
And he's coming back. And he's going to keep coming back.
He doesn't answer anything.
Right.
You ask him about Tawana Brawley. It's ancient history. He blames other people for him being lied to, and all he was doing was protecting a girl but the truth of the matter is he knew shit was not on the up and up with that whole thing. Mm-hmm. But again, he deflects it.
You know what? Got to give him credit for that. I mean, I don't wanna, but he skated. He kind of skated last night.
I don't Tawana.
I know. Rev Al's a Racist is making a lot of news articles today, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is.
A lot of news articles. People are really taking a look at his speech at the memorial.
Take a look at that speech, and then look at it. Look at it through eyes that Larry King should have plucked out, because Larry King gave him praise on his speech.
Oh, he sure did.
And the truth of the matter is, this son of a bitch, it was the most racist, race-baiting, hate-filled, twisted, inappropriate speech I've ever seen anyone make in an event.
Praising
Jesus.
Michael Jackson like he's some kind of Martin Luther King.
Hitler's Nuremberg speeches had more tolerance.
It's
He
just
skins
insane.
his knee. You skin your knee on the way to the top of the. Shut up.
Yeah.
And he rose above the what? Did he?
What did he say? He outsang his cynics. He like did SSDD.
Yeah.
He outdanced his doubters. Outperformed his something. Shut up.
He just had incredible talent that everyone enjoyed.
He's trying
no matter
so
what fucking color you were.
He's trying so hard to be that activist that has the rhymes and the three things. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Michael. The three. You got to have the three. I'm an activist. Repeat.
Well, you want a taste of Al Sharpton on the O'Reilly factor?
Yes, Opie.
All right.
Yes, Opie. Yes, Opie.
I was on the edge of my seat, like my hands in the air. You know when you watch boxing, you feel like you're kind of like,
here we go.
You're like, no, go with the right.
Right.
Oh, come on. And I'm just sitting there with my hands up, not moving because God, O'Reilly. I think O'Reilly was scared.
Ugh.
Because I started really deciphering the whole thing I was seeing. I'm like, I think in the back of O'Reilly's head, he's like, man, I can't go where I want to go because this guy is a powerful dude.
And they like each other, I think.
And my bosses are scared of this guy.
I think they are asshole buddies.
I think they're friends, too, because he went to that restaurant with Al in Harlem.
Yeah.
Black people eat just like we do. He couldn't believe it. It's like I thought they threw food around.
That was a great quote.
He loves it because it gives him some latitude as far as talking about black issues, because then he could have Reverend Al on, kiss his ass a little bit, and get out of trouble.
There you go. Here's a taste.
And with us now is Reverend Sharpton. Nothing strange about Michael Jackson?
Yeah, this was after he played the There Was Nothing Strange About Your Father. It was strange what they did, or what he had to deal with, or whatever the exact quote was.
What he had to deal with was strange. Oh, really?
What did he
all
have to
that
do?
plastic surgery, altering his face and all of that, the hundreds of thousands of dollars spent on prescription drugs, in vitro on white kids, when you're a black man. Nothing strange about him?
Well, no. I think, first of all...
you don't think any of that's strange?
First of all, you could probably have a large percentage of Americans that have had plastic surgery.
Not like that.
Well, maybe he had more resources. Maybe a lot of this is exaggerated. Let's deal with the issue. The issue is...
Let's deal with the issue. The issue was just Bill's question.
Right.
Is that strange?
Yeah. Well, O'Reilly also...
It's strange.
He didn't say... maybe he should have... Maybe he will mention, but he didn't mention the money paid out...
Right.
In child molestation.
Yeah.
He goes to all those
I hope so.
areas, but you see what Reverend Al does?
Yeah.
Just like Anthony was saying yesterday. That's a big question and a tough question to answer. What does Reverend Al say? He brushes
of people
brushes aside like the bullfighter,
Yeah.
brushing that bull away and go, all right, this is what I want to get done here today.
I like that. A lot of people in America, I believe, have had plastic surgery. Well, a lot of people that have are strange, too. Some of them that, you got a big schnoz, you get a nose job. That's not strange. You're unhappy with a certain aspect of the way you look, and you have plastic surgery. That's not strange. You look at something like that Wildenstein woman.
Oh, my
That's
God.
fucking strange. You look at other women that walk around the Upper West Side of Manhattan with those giant duckbill fucking platypus lips and collagen foreheads, and their ears are stapled behind their head from facelifts. That's strange. And Michael Jackson, that's strange. You can't put all plastic surgery in one. Oh, look at that. Thank you, Danny. What a freak of fucking nature that is.
There is a woman, you nailed it, on the Upper West Side that is starting to look very similar to that.
Wow.
And I've been attempting to get video of her, but I'm too scared.
Oh, just take it.
Because I'm too scared. For real. I'm not even going to front. I'm scared of this woman that I see walking around.
Just take the video.
I'm trying it. She walks her dog every day, and her lips are... I can't even explain them.
It's fantastic.
How huge and puffy they are. Ridiculously over-the-top puffy.
That's
and her eyes don't move.
strange.
And she's got these big puffy cheeks that go large.
What happened to her? That lady had some plastic surgery, I think.
Back to Reverend Al.
Yeah, people don't get it.
That it is totally irresponsible for a lawmaker to disregard the law. Charges were made against Michael Jackson. A mostly non-black jury. He talks about 9 out of 10. Let's try 12 out of 12. And a jury said he was not guilty of child molestation. That's all.
See, he deflected and went after Peter King, who Bill O'Reilly had on first. Obviously, Bill O'Reilly wanted to have these guys go head-to-head, but I would imagine that Peter King's like, I'm not going to acknowledge this guy. If you want to talk to me separately, that's fine.
What a load of shit, too. All right, he was acquitted. So was O.J., and we know O.J. killed 2 people. So what does that mean? And then what about the payoff? There was another trial or more allegations against him, and he decided to pay $15 million on that one. Reverend Al, what a deflection. That question was, do you believe he's strange? Because of the odd things he did with himself and the odd way he acted. And Reverend Al just didn't answer it.
Mm-hmm.
Answer the fucking question.
This is what I had to deal with last night with my hands in the air, getting ready to box. Shadow box. I'm like, come on. Nothing.
Reverend Al bobs and weaves.
He was bobbing and weaving.
You can't connect on him.
He sure was bobbing and weaving.
And just because the jury convicted him, acquitted him, he paid out that money. You can't deny that he paid out that kind of money. That's not a small settlement just to divert legal fees.
No.
That's $15.3 million goes way beyond. If that's what he paid, that goes way beyond just avoiding legal fees.
And he admitted he slept in the same bed with children.
Oh, O'Reilly asked Sharpton about that very thing.
Does he?
But let's keep our scorecard going here. So Reverend Al has so far answered no questions. 0 for 1. in answering of the questions.
But how do you describe an adult male, single, admittedly bringing young children into his bed to sleep with them?
What I don't describe it.
How do you describe
What
it?
I don't describe it is something that a jury has already said it was not.
But how do you describe it?
Whether I say Michael had arrested development, whether I said Michael dealt with children different ways or not, is immaterial. We're talking about a person that votes on laws saying that I don't care what a jury says, I'm going to impose a criminal accusation anyway. That's irresponsible.
You're bringing a very narrow standard to the definition of Michael Jackson.
What he said.
I think Reverend Al is insane. I mean, I understand he wants to defend the black man and black issues and all that, but how far is he going to take it? In this
to the hilt.
Obviously.
Yeah.
That's why I think he's insane.
He will never back down. This guy is just a race baiting racist.
Reverend Al, he has at least one daughter. I think he has more than that. I'm not really sure. I remember the one daughter, pouting and giving Imus dirty looks as Imus sat down and talked to Reverend Al. That would never happen on our show. I'd say, leave your daughter outside, okay?
Well, let me see what's on her iPod. Let's see exactly who she's listening to. If there's any artists that say bitch or hoe or any of that stuff, that's really offending her.
Right. But, I mean, so basically Reverend Al is saying he would have no problem with Michael Jackson sleeping with his own kids when they were young?
Apparently.
That's what he's basically saying, right? Because another question that he's kind of just brushing off as the bullfighter just lets the bull go by
just
again.
Arrested Development.
I think Peter King was stupid, though. I think what he said was fucking dumb.
Peter King is skating, my friend.
I'm not saying he's not. I'm just saying what he said I thought was stupid. He should have phrased it slightly differently.
I think Peter King was right on, and God bless him for being honest. We need more honesty in this stupid world. By our politicians, by our media guys. He took a big chance. Peter King's not a dumb guy. He knew exactly what he was saying. But he had it. Because he sees like all these more important issues going on in this country, and the media we're up to 2 weeks now on around-the-clock Michael Jackson coverage.
Yeah.
The world looks like it's going to blow up, but the media is more concerned about Michael Jackson and what the fuck's going on.
Right.
And I hope maybe O'Reilly does ask, but I would love him to ask, are you going to tell me that you wouldn't have a problem if it was say a 40-something-year-old white man who surrounded himself with black children and slept in a bed with them? Are you going to tell me you wouldn't have? Are you going to tell me you wouldn't have some kind of problem with that?
Right.
Are you going to tell me you don't think that's strange? The guy who wanted to buy we all know the stories. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
It's just dishonest.
Yeah.
To say you don't think that's strange, unless you live in a similar situation. How could you not think that's strange? I don't get it.
Yeah. He picked the wrong person to go defend on this one. This is crazy.
And instead of just
even Michael Jackson's close friends are avoiding this whole thing.
Yeah.
They weren't at the memorial. The list is growing of all the people that should have been there that weren't there.
Instead of just saying, look, I'm in front of his children and his family, and I'm speaking positively about Michael. Does it matter if I say that your daddy's not straight? Like, instead of just acknowledging, I said that because of his kids.
You're right. He should have just focused on Michael Jackson, the entertainer. And I think a lot more people wouldn't have had a problem with what Reverend Al was saying on that stage. Okay?
Exactly.
Reverend Al, let's not forget, also was standing next to that scumbag, Joe Jackson, as Joe Jackson is announcing his new record label, literally the day or 2 days after Michael Jackson died. Reverend Al decided he needed to be in that circle as well.
Yeah.
Okay? He attached himself to the wrong thing.
Yeah.
The wrong thing. If you want to praise him as an entertainer, go for it, man.
Go ahead. No one's
to try to say
that
we are crazy for asking questions about Michael Jackson and what he did over the last 15 to 20 years, 25 years, we can't sit here and say that. That's crazy. You know what I mean?
Anybody else would be a creepy guy.
Right.
Just a creepy guy to be hanging around with children that age, sleeping in the same bed and playing little games, and it's beyond this charitable thing that he's doing.
Of course it is.
It's something at the very least, it's something bordering on this weird sexuality thing that's
It's
going
inappropriate.
on. It's inappropriate.
It's never
yeah.
appropriate, or I can't think of a time, but it'd be fucking appropriate to sleep with a bunch of kids who aren't yours consistently.
Yeah.
With their parents leave them at the house.
Dude.
It's just shitty.
You know, I by now you know I have a lot of nephews and nieces, and my
Yes.
brother's family came over, and he has 4 kids, and you know, we're having a really good time. And one of his daughters decides she's tired and jumps in our really. I have a really nice big bed, okay, where it could have easily been me, my girl, and the niece sleeping. And it wouldn't, it wouldn't have mattered in the least. There's plenty of room for everybody, okay?
Yeah.
I was paranoid. I said, fuck that. And I slept on the floor.
Of course.
I said, no way.
No.
Right.
Can't do that.
I was like, I was like, no, you know what? I'll just sleep on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say hi to, where are we going today? Let's say hi to Steve in Michigan. Steve.
Hey, how's it going, Owen?
Hey, man.
Hey.
Hey, I was listening to Shay Thomas yesterday, and he claims he's got a good friend of his that works in the coroner's office there in Los Angeles, and his buddy was part of the autopsy team. He said that the guy was completely hairless, including his head. His hair on his head was a wig. His whole body, including his genitals, was completely bleached white. And his nose was a prosthetic. It did come off.
Come on.
Well, Jay Thomas is kind of, you know, exaggerating a little bit.
The guy said he wasn't trying to make a bit out of it. He said he was talking to Garrett, and he was saying he was being completely serious. You know, he says, I'm not making a bit out of this.
Well, Larry King had Michael Jackson's dermatologist on, the guy that was really close to Michael Jackson for the last 25 years, the guy that a lot of people think is the father of the 2 kids.
Yeah.
And he admitted last night that, yes, Michael Jackson had most of his hair gone.
Really?
From lupus, actually. Last night, this doctor said on Larry King that the first time he met Michael Jackson, it was obvious that he had lupus and a really bad acne problem.
Lupus, huh?
And that he had some severe scarring from that Pepsi commercial gone bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And that Michael Jackson was doing something. I was a little confused, but there's something you do where you put something in your head and it expands the tissue, so they could use that tissue to cut out scarring and stuff, and then patch it up with the new skin that's growing. Some kind of a bubble thing.
Oh.
Or an air thing that.
Yeah, I've heard about that, and it like stretches the skin.
I think they put something under the skin, and then they like kind of pump it up a little bit, and then what the skin does is slowly grow. And this doctor last night said Michael Jackson was wearing a lot of hats because he had a big like ball or balloon of skin under his hat. And then what they would do,
one of those old Nike Air pumps or something?
Yeah, pretty much. And then, then they would cut the new skin away and, fix the scarring on his head.
Oh, my God.
And the dermatologist last night said, I finally told Michael enough with that, because he was obsessed with doing that as well. But the doctor did admit last night that Michael Jackson lost most of his hair.
Yeah.
Did not have his original hair. So
there's people with balloon bumps under their head.
Thank you, Steve. Yeah, I forgot the medical term for it, but basically
balloon bump.
But it's a balloon. They keep blowing up, and the skin grows around it, and it gives you more skin, and then you use that skin to fix up your body, whatever's fucked up.
The medical term is disgusting.
Yeah. Let's say hi to Jeremy in Maryland. Jeremy. All right, we lost him. Let's say hi to Tony in Brooklyn. Tony.
Hey, you know what? How did this piece of crap even get involved with Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson is not a New York story. He's from the Chicago area, Gary, Indiana, and he lived in L.A. So how is Reverend Al even involved in this, and why, if Jesse Jackson is the big guy in Chicago, why isn't he standing up and doing all this crap for everybody? This piece of shit, he just likes to just cause crap, and I'm tired of him.
Well, first of all, Jesse Jackson was involved, but he can't really speak. He never was a good speaker, but certainly in the last few years. So Reverend Al is kind of speaking for Jesse Jackson and everybody else, and the reason we talk about it all the time on our show. We're honest enough to tell you that Reverend Al is an opportunist, and he's just pumping up his own status with everything.
It's his own agenda.
His own agenda.
He used Michael Jackson's memorial event to just push his own agenda of racial separatism and hatred. That's what he did.
He should wear a cape that says Negro Issue Man for Hire or something like that and go around flying around the world just taking care of Negro issues.
No, you know what? You know what? If he did that, I would almost respect him. He picks which ones he's going to go after, and it's usually the ones that had the most media attention.
And he's phony about it.
Right.
Yeah. He's totally phony about it.
The most media attention. Is he going to be down there in Philly, protesting the pool that wouldn't let those black kids in?
Yeah.
Oh, my God. What an insane story for the year 2009.
I know.
Did you hear about this one, Jimmy?
I didn't read it, but I heard about they didn't want some kind of complexion to change or something.
They kicked a bunch of... Where's the story,
Were the
man?
black kids, were they residents of the complex or whatever the place that they were allowed?
Were they being rambunctious?
Yeah, I'll have to find the
Was
story.
there a horseplay in the pool?
Yes.
No horseplay in
were
the
they
pool.
bouncing a ball around or playing Marco Polo?
We have to have it in this pile, no? I got to find it.
I'm sure we got it.
Yeah, basically, oh, God.
Yeah, another one of
I
these,
didn't expect to go
stories.
here.
I want to know the
Here we
details
go.
of this one, though.
All right. Pool boots kids who might change the complexion. Campers sent packing after first visit to swim club.
First visit, huh?
Wow. Dymere Baylor, I think. Dymire says he overheard a woman ask, "What are all these black kids doing?" when he and his friends showed up. More than 60 campers from Northeast Philadelphia were turned away from a private swim club and left to wonder if their race was the reason. Kids at Creative Steps Day Camp were thrilled to go swimming once a week at the Valley Swim Club, but after one trip to the private club, they were... I heard this lady, she was like, what are all these black kids doing here? She's like, I'm scared. They might do something to my child, said camper Dymere Baylor. So
That's the whole story?
There's more to it. That's the that's the version I got. We'll have to get more details.
The change of complexion, all that shit, that's just the media creation. Like, they don't know why, because the private swim club, they don't know exactly why they said no yet.
Yeah.
Right. They might have just been kicked out because it was a private swim club.
And the media's just saying that it was because they were black from Philadelphia,
Maybe they were a bunch of caddies. Not allowed in the pool. Okay, Pooch.
Look, see how we bring everything together? We're calling it the balloon thing under the skin.
Yeah.
And we got Psycho Bob. Remember him?
Of course I do.
Baltimore checking in. What's up, Bob?
Hey, guys, good morning.
Baltimore.
Hey.
The technical name for it is called a tissue expander.
Tissue expander. Very good.
Oh.
Okay?
And that's it? And basically what? It's some kind of a balloon thing that you put under the skin?
Yeah, it's a fluid-filled balloon that you inject over time. You inject fluid and it expands, and the skin actually stretches. So what you can do then is you cut out the bad skin because the good skin is grown and you've got enough of it so you can pull it together.
How the fuck did you guys come up with that one?
That's a good
pretty
one.
amazing.
That's a good one.
All right. Did you know that Michael? Did you know that Michael Jackson had that going on?
No, that's the first I'd heard of it.
Yeah. Well, Larry King, he did a pretty good job last night with the dermatologist. We learned a lot. We'll get into some of that audio a little later. But thank you, Bob.
Punching out.
All right. Let's see.
Jesus, Dan. And he's pulling up, like, where they use that thing to, reconstruct breasts?
Yeah, apparently they use that balloon thing to help, I guess, breast cancer patients.
Yeah.
So if you go searching out this tissue expander, you're going to get some pretty disgusting results, Bob.
They
Some
pump
gnarly
it
shots.
up and, yeah.
All right, let's say hi to Anthony in Jersey.
wow.
Anthony.
Hey, boys, how you doing?
Hey.
Hey, I'll tell you why O'Reilly doesn't bring up that whole settlement thing. Because if you remember back about 2-3 years ago, he had a little settlement of his own.
Oh, there you go.
Ring the bell.
Bravo.
There you go.
Sir.
We got an answer.
Bravo. He can't bring it up because Reverend Al would turn around and go, what about your settlement?
Exactly.
You settled something. Does that make you a sexual deviant?
Were you guilty?
Oh, wow.
Ah, yeah.
And that's really important if
That
you're
was
talking,
huge.
if you're talking to Reverend Al.
Yeah.
Now I know why I was sitting on the edge of the couch going, why isn't this getting interesting?
That's why.
There you go. That's the whole reason why that interview wasn't as good as it could be.
Why did he
Or the
pay
conversation, whatever.
to settle that kind of money? Come on.
God damn, Anthony. Good job.
Good call, man.
That was it.
Thank you.
Let me say hi to Graham in PA. Graham.
Hey, what's going on?
Thanks
Love for crackers.
Thanks for weighing in.
Yeah, I got enough for that in kindergarten.
All right.
That's great.
Anyway, I actually had to get some of them surgeries with the tissue expanders. I got burnt real bad when I was a little kid, and when I got older, I decided to look into getting some corrective surgery, and the doctor put them tissue expanders under my skin. I had to have one in my arm, one on my chest, and one on my side. And what they do is they cut the skin away from the muscle and put the balloon under there, and it has like a little valve attached to it. And they sew you back up and let the stitching heal.
You
and
go
then
to the gas station, just...
and then they fill up the balloon with saline solution.
old school.
They fill up the balloon with saline solution to a valve under the skin. They actually have to inject it with a needle, and it was a pain in the ass. It took 3 months every surgery to fill up the balloon because the skin has to stretch real slowly.
Yeah, this takes forever, by the way.
Where
do you have a big balloon of skin hanging off the side of your body?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, my
God.
God.
It was pretty nasty looking. But, it took a lot of the scar out. And I actually popped a couple of the balloons during a couple of the surgeries. Like in between, the one time I had the one on my arm, and I went to pick up the water jug out of the refrigerator, and I flexed too hard, and the balloon was filled up too much, and the shit just popped under the skin.
Oh, God.
He's so muscular.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Where'd you get burned? Where was the scarring?
I got burnt with boiling water when I was like 4.
Shit.
Would it fall on your back or something?
No, I was trying to check a pot of eggs, and I had to stand up on a chair.
Oh.
And the chair busted because we were broke back then, and we trash picked a lot of our shit. And when I started feeling myself falling backwards, I tensed up and I forgot to let go of the spoon, which was still in the pot.
Oh.
Yeah, and I ended up yanking the shit down on myself.
Oh my God.
And I took my shirt off because the water was all soaked in my shirt and it was burning me. So I took that off, and all my skin just slid off, on the right side of my chest and arm.
Tender.
Yeah, it was pretty rough.
All right, sir. I'm glad you're doing all right, Graham.
All right, then.
Thank you.
All right, Dan.
Graham, you still there?
All right, Dan.
The one thing I did want to ask, you see these burn victims and stuff, and it looks just horrific. I want to know, how long do you fucking hurt?
It just looks like it hurts forever.
Right. Does the pain ever go away?
It's like nerve endings just
how
sitting
long
there
does it take?
In the air.
Let's go to Colin, in VA.
Hey,
Colin.
Virginia.
Colin?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Hey.
All right, what's up?
Hey, I was just calling. I just mentioned before about that racist piece of shit, Al Nelson Sharpton. O'Reilly interviewed Peter King. Before that, he gave Representative King a chance to backtrack on his statement. And not only did he not backtrack, he went ahead and said that he stood by it and he would always stand by it.
Yeah, good. Peter King had balls last night because he did have a chance to go, all right, well, maybe I was a little harsh. And he said, no.
Oh, he wasn't harsh.
No, he kept going, man. Yeah, I like that. I really like that in a person because that's kind of risky. That could really hurt him.
It was fucking stupid. Just because all you're doing is inviting a lawsuit, you got to be smart when you're that.
The Jackson family ain't gonna sue Peter King.
You're probably right.
Yeah, but I think Peter King knew that.
Yep.
And maybe by suing him, they'd have to open up the files to prove that he said something that was incorrect.
Yeah,
right.
So that's
Can I ask one more thing?
Yeah, that's probably what.
Yes, sir.
I just wondered what you mentioned the other day. Danny no longer was there.
Yeah.
You never said why.
Oh, no, that was, we fuck with you guys. I don't want to play my cards here, but we fuck with you guys all the time.
What do you think? We got a Danny soundboard? He's been talking for the past couple of days.
He just talked 2 minutes ago.
Watch this one. Watch, I'll hit this button. Go ahead.
There's 7 dicks in my ass, and there's always room for 8.
Oh, wait a minute. That was a Fezzy soundboard.
Great, now Fezzy's going to cry.
No.
Don't make Fezzy cry. Jesus. He doesn't understand jokes sometimes.
Is he still crying a lot?
I don't know. Whatever. Just leave him alone. It's kind of annoying, to be honest with you.
Oh, my goodness.
Huh?
No, he's going to cry.
I know. Well, we love Fezzy, because then he questions, I don't even think that... We like you. We love you. All right?
Like.
Enjoy your vacation. More Al Sharpton on the O'Reilly factor. O'Reilly asked Sharpton about describing MJ as another MLK Jr.
You got up there in front of the world yesterday, and you portrayed him as another Martin Luther King Jr. He brought us all together.
He did. First of all, people can go to my Facebook page.
Hyperbole.
People can go to my Facebook and see the whole speech. What I said
I saw the whole speech.
What I said was that Michael Jackson, in his career, pop culture, broke down racial barriers. First black to get MTV to run black videos. His first black to get people like Rolling Stone who are blacks on the cover. These are facts. This is not my guess. That We Are the World
Hendrix
was the first time a superstar got other superstars to help African hunger. This is a fact. You may not like it, Mr. King may not like it, but those are facts. And I think that for me to say that there's for you and anyone else to raise allegations about his personal life doesn't answer the fact of what he did. He brought people together.
So why didn't you just talk about the fact that he was great and talented and stuff like that? You were the one Al was the one that brought it up. He's the one that brought up all the racial shit.
But it's like those things are probably accurate. Yeah, you can't look. Thriller was around the time MTV was in its infancy. He probably was the first black artist to get major play. It's like okay, fine,
yeah,
but no one's questioning it.
Yeah, no one's questioning it. No one's saying it was a bad thing. No one's saying what the fuck. There was no place for it at a memorial. No place for it.
And only you are paying attention, Reverend Al. In my circle, when Thriller came out and Michael Jackson was all over MTV, I'm like, wow, this is some cool shit. Yeah. It wasn't like, oh my God, finally a black guy.
He's black, what?
That never crossed my mind, and I swear to you.
And I'll tell you.
And I didn't know Michael Jackson was the first black guy on the cover of Rolling Stone. In my world, who cares?
What? Rolling Stone stinks.
It was like Hendrix was years and years ago.
There was probably 1 million black guys on the cover of Rolling Stone before Michael Jackson.
And I think J.J. Jackson was the first black man on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, MTV.
What about J.J. Jackson?
Yeah, one of the original fucking video DJs was a black guy, Reverend Al. So what are you talking about? That's right. And you know what? I forgot that he was black. I just remember him as one of the originals.
J.J. Jackson.
I didn't sit there and go, oh, a black guy. Oh.
Yeah. That's what Al's concept is of every white person. We just sit there, and the second a black person does something, we go, look at that black person doing that. What? No. Is that the cover of Rolling Stone?
Oh.
1968 Rolling Stone cover.
Is that really a cover?
Sure is.
That's
Fuck
the cover.
you, Reverend Al.
Jimi Hendrix.
Stop misrepresenting everything.
Riffing like a motherfucker on that guitar. Look at him.
Reverend Al is a liar.
That's what
Reverend
I said.
Al is a racist.
Lying,
1968
racist.
Rolling Stone cover. There it is. Danny has in front of us. Jimi Hendrix on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine.
These are facts.
That's a mere 20 some odd years before Michael Jackson was on the cover. I would assume Jackson was on the cover, 80? When did Thriller come out again? 84?
I want to say 83.
84? Okay.
I guarantee there's other blacks on the
years?
covers, too.
Oh, I guarantee there's other black guys on the cover.
Otis Redding was never on the cover. I don't know if Rolling Stone existed when he died, but...
Stop. Enough already.
Here's an issue of Rolling Stone from 1967. This is Jordan from Scranton, PA, with Tina Turner.
Tina Turner,
there you go. To the best of my knowledge, he writes, black, on the cover of Rolling Stone.
To the best of your knowledge. There's Tina right there. 67.
There's two. Reverend Al, we found two. Without even trying, we found two black entertainers on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine.
God, what's wrong with him?
He's just a shit heap.
He's a liar. He's got his own agenda. He doesn't answer questions. He's full of shit. Full of shite.
But again, see, he's not a dummy, though, because saying something like that to O'Reilly...
Another Hendrix.
It's a tough...
That's another Hendrix on the cover. So now we found, Reverend Al, three Rolling Stone covers with black entertainers on.
Guy?
Two by Mr. Hendrix and one by
black guy?
Tina Turner. There's another black guy. Is that another black guy?
I can't tell.
Yeah, that's black.
Oh, that's a black guy.
Sun Ra. Anybody know who that is?
Sun Ra.
What year is this?
This is 69.
He's Blasian.
He might be Asian, yeah.
I don't know.
Can't tell.
Oh, my God.
I'll say yes.
I'm going to say yes, too.
Because I'm like Reverend Al.
Just because of that feature right there.
He just says shit.
Yeah.
Yes, and no one calls him out on it.
If you're O'Reilly in that moment, it's kind of hard to just go, wow, 1960. It's like he said something like that in the moment of an interview.
Yeah.
And then you have to go out after the interview and talk about it after. But it's like in that moment, it's hard to nail him unless you already know, Hendrix and Tina Turner. Like, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, but it took 2 seconds.
It
took 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Did you just find another black entertainer on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine?
It's really not that hard to find.
It's very. That's another one. Now they're going by so fast. What are we up to 5 or 6 now?
Davis.
Miles Davis.
Oh, a little entertainer named Miles Davis. Reverend Al.
Davis. Who? What? Never heard of him.
And by the way, Reverend Al, I love Miles Davis, and I'm a white dude.
Ooh.
I don't.
It's good Sunday morning.
No. He's black.
Good Sunday
I won't
morning
buy his
music, Jimmy. When you're doing your Sudoku and drinking a cup of
Absolutely
coffee,
not.
you throw a little Miles Davis on.
We say in my house, if it ain't white, we don't buy it. That's what we say in my home. Hey, wait.
What was the great Miles Davis album? Was it Kind of Blue? Somebody out there, any Miles Davis fans?
What year
we did this break already. Never mind.
What year was Michael Jackson
I attempted to turn you guys on Miles Davis.
Yeah,
and you were horrified.
Failed miserably.
Was Michael Jackson on as a kid before everyone else?
Is that Sly and the Family Stone?
That's Sly and the Family Stone, Reverend Al, on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine. 1970.
6 black people on the cover right there, I think.
6 schwoogies on one cover.
Oh, my God. Now, come on.
So can we find out Michael's first appearance on Rolling Stone magazine? Was it back when he was a kid with the Jackson 5?
We just found Little Richard on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, Reverend Al. What is he talking about?
He just sucks dicks. It's terrible.
Should we go with all the black musicians that were on MTV before Michael Jackson? You want us to go down that road, too?
Yeah,
we already have Eddie Grant.
Right.
We know Eddie Grant made it on MTV. Yeah. That Electric Avenue song. He just says shit. Who said that, Jimmy? He just says shit.
Rolling Stone cover.
And there's Michael Jackson on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine.
This is Michael's first appearance on Rolling Stone. It was 71.
71.
Okay. So
every
colors, all the covers that we had just looked at were prior to 71.
And I'll be honest, when you just popped up the young Michael Jackson on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine, I got really nervous, like, oh shit, Reverend Al was right.
It's 1965.
Right, but no, you're sure that was the first time he was on the cover, 1971?
71.
And all the ones you found were before that, so, okay. We just found close to 10 black entertainers on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine before Michael Jackson, Reverend Al. But you don't want to acknowledge those people? If I was a black entertainer, I would be pissed off.
Yeah.
If I was one of those old dudes like Little Richard or...
Yeah, he insulted every single one of them.
Miles Davis. I'm sure you listened to some Miles Davis growing up, Reverend Al.
Every one of them beforehand.
More Reverend Al and O'Reilly sort of going at it. I don't want to misrepresent this. This isn't like amazing audio.
I heard a lot of people yesterday, and I think you were one of them, but correct me if I'm wrong, saying that Michael Jackson was some kind of African-American icon.
Yeah, he was.
Well, then why did he have white children?
What does that have to do? So,
what does that have to do? He chose to have in vitro by a white woman and a white man. What does that have to do?
What about Madonna? In order for him to be an African-American
icon? An icon? Why would he have that choice?
He is
Why?
I'm trying to answer you. Would you like an answer
I would.
From an African-American?
Yes.
Ugh.
Because he broke all records. He changed music. He brought people
to the kids. The kids.
We didn't say he was an African-American father of African-American children.
You said
we said he was an
icon.
African-American icon. He is.
Why? But why would he have white kids then?
What he did in his personal life, in his personal choice, has nothing to do with his iconic status.
Oh, really?
It doesn't? If I said that Bill O'Reilly has a hot television show, does that mean I have the right to go to your house and say, but how come his kids chew bubble gum?
No, it's out of
one have to do with the other?
If they were black.
Sharpton was right there, though, because that was a dumb question, because you could question Madonna's iconic status.
You absolutely can.
By saying he's a black, he's got white kids, it really is an irrelevant point who he adopts.
Yeah, I agree with you.
It's a dumb point.
Yeah.
You know, it's almost like if he's got as a black icon, and yet he did so much to deny. If you look at the white children, along with just the white women he dated, and the way he wore his hair, and the way he changed his features, completely de-Africanizing his face.
That's better.
That's a totally different thing. Red lipstick on his face, cleft, just all these things.
The circles he hung out with were not black people. He hung out with Liz Taylor and
Brooke Shields.
and Macaulay Culkin and fucking
married 2 white women.
Who was that other drunk that married the homo?
Liza.
The Deborah Rowe.
Yeah, see,
he would. It's like when you're questioning those choices of who people hang out with, then you go, but he used the Nation of Islam to provide security. He would have an answer for that.
Yeah,
but what he did by totally changing all the features of his face, all those larger, thicker features, and making them narrow and white.
Right.
Come on, you can't deny that.
Exactly.
And finally, one more clip here from last night. Bill O'Reilly and Reverend Al.
If you were just to say that Michael Jackson was an extraordinary entertainer that broke down entertainment barriers, I'd be agreeing with you 100%. But you went farther than that.
And
you put him up as some kind of civil rights hero, and it doesn't wash.
And I maintain it washes with the millions upon millions of people.
Doesn't wash with the facts.
You said you were going to give me the last word.
I did.
The fact is, he sold more records than anyone in history. The fact is, he broke every record. And you and Mr. King, with these imaginary millions that are against him, can't document. I can document the millions that was with Mr. Jackson. I can only see you and Mr. King and some undocumented people that are upset that he holds.
I'm not upset about anything. I want to put the man in proper context.
And the proper context
O.J.
is he
Simpson won the
broke all
Heisman
those
Trophy.
We're not
He's
talking
not a black
about a game
icon.
here. We're talking about a fact that he broke those barriers.
That's
and
entertainment.
Those barriers were very important. Other people, because he broke those barriers, are able to use those means now to enhance their careers.
Sharpton just kicked the shit out of him.
Sharpton deflects everything. Teflon.
But the bottom line is, first of all, the Beatles sold more records, I believe, than Michael Jackson. Am I wrong about that? The Beatles and Elvis, I think. I think the Beatles are the biggest sellers of all time.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But and again, O'Reilly can't be expected to know who was on the cover right before Michael Jackson was in '71. But the fact that caller was fucking smart, man. He didn't say to him, "Why are you paying?" This is not, $1 million would even be understandable because of the legal fees that would mount. This is $15 million fucking dollars.
That raises everyone's eyebrows. And Michael Jackson knew that at the time. So, why is he making that deal? For real, why is he making that deal?
And why didn't he mention the Elephant Man's bones or all this other weird shit that he did?
Michael Jackson pays off a guy $15.3 million, and he expected everyone to go, all right, we're done with this and move on. No, people are going to be like, all right, what is this about?
Yeah.
So he wasn't ending nothing by paying $15.3 million.
And Beatles, Elvis, and Bing Crosby have sold more records than Michael Jackson. But those are white people.
So 2 out of the 3 things he said were wrong.
Right.
He's not the biggest selling artist of all time.
No.
He was not the first black on the cover of Rolling Stone.
No.
And I don't know.
And he's probably not the first black artist on MTV.
I bet he's not even the first black artist to get heavy rotation on MTV.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost want to say Rick James had some time on MTV, but
I don't know
maybe that's a stretch. Yeah, I don't know if
it's a weird timing thing there. I don't know, because I know MTV used to take videos that weren't videos. Like they used to be filmed things from like Don Kirshner's rock concert and throw them on there,
kind of thing,
things like that.
But I hope this is the start of everybody calling out Reverend Al on his horse shit. I really hope, but you know what? I bet you it doesn't.
Black artists on MTV.
Tina Turner, Donna Summer, Eddie Grant, and Musical Youth all aired on MTV before Michael Jackson's Billie Jean, but he is considered the first black artist to be played in heavy rotation.
Okay.
And the reason it was heavy rotation because that was a crossover.
Yeah.
There's something called a crossover. Elvis Presley was a crossover artist, entertainer. It happens all the time. God. Michael Jackson was a crossover. That's all. That's why he was in heavy rotation.
That Reverend Al just annoys the piss out of me when he gets on these shows and deflects. Yeah, let's stick to the issue. No, answer the question. He will not answer a question. That's why everybody goes, wow, the guy's great at debating. No, he's not. He's terrible at it. He doesn't answer a question. If you actually look at the debate, he's not answering. He's pontificating. Ugh.
And just saying, why did he have white kids? It's really it's a non-point. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, that was stupid of Bill O'Reilly.
What do you
It's
think?
like,
Who gives a shit?
There's how many Hollywood assholes out there just snatching up little Africans?
Or Asian. I mean, look at Tom
Yeah.
Cruise's kids, or look at Angelina Jolie, the kids
Yeah,
they
yeah.
adopted from all over the world. It's like it's just
Why are we
irrelevant.
why are we forgetting the great Herbie Hancock?
Oh my
Hey,
God!
we're going to talk about black artists on MTV.
Remember that with the little robot
Wow.
legs kicking?
Yeah. Could you give me a little Herbie Hancock, please?
What was the name of that song?
I don't know. I really don't know.
Oh.
They just had to make up a name because it was
Herbie
an
Hancock.
I love when they make up names for instrumentals. It's just like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Bow. And then there were little robot things.
Can we do a little Herbie?
No, it was Rocket.
Oh my God. Who's on the board? Why would you play anything
Who
but
is
the
on the
huge
board, by
hit
the
from
way?
Herbie Hancock?
Butcher is back.
Oh, shit.
Butcher.
How about you play Rocket?
Yeah, let's go with Rocket. Oh my God, what did he just play?
Hell did he play?
Yeah, this.
This was a huge hit
Hit on MTV
on
before Thriller.
MTV. Very heavy rotation.
Yes.
The video was all weird. The scary robotic legs and heads and stuff.
He got things moving in that video. Things were coming to life. All right.
There you go. This was good shit.
Should we take a little break?
I want to listen to a little Herbie Hancock Rocket.
Oh, I don't want to listen to it on 3. If you're going to play Herbie Hancock, turn it up.
This should be, yeah. This should be used in a movie. Like
sure it
now.
will.
I mean, like now. This should be perfect for a scene.
I actually do
picture it in my head.
I do a thing where I'm doing a thing where I'm an undercover detective, and I'm running around peeking in like doorways with my gun held up to this music,
That's perfect.
and I'm looking for a criminal.
That's perfect.
And I'm wearing like a fedora, and like when it goes, bam, bam, like my head turns to the left.
President isn't in danger?
No, the president I saved in my last one.
Ah, right. Okay. I forgot about that last movie.
Yeah, this one is called The Giant Bomb is Hidden. And I have to go and find the
it's
giant bomb.
It's right here in the open.
A bunch of children have a giant bomb near them, and I have to go and find them.
And there you are, sneaking around with a fedora.
Yeah. Creeping
Yeah, I can see it.
with my pen, writing things down.
Yeah, yeah.
Jimmy Slade is my name.
Jimmy Slade.
I like Jimmy Slade. Danny's got a little
Jimmy
something up.
Slade stinks.
You think he's a fool?
He's a buffoon.
He's going to get it all wrong. Danny's got something up on the screen that's important to the discussion. Prince was on MTV before Jackson. That Purple Rain?
No way.
It wasn't Purple Rain? Red Corvette, probably?
1999.
Raspberry Beret.
That was his second video, actually. Little Red Corvette was Prince's second video, which premiered in March of '83, which was actually the same month that Billie Jean had premiered. But there was a video before it. Yeah, it was Prince's 1999 video in December of
1999.
'82.
Yeah, that was a little song for Prince and MTV. Reverend Al, you're right. 1999 wasn't in heavy rotation on fucking MTV.
Unbelievable.
God. Fuck. All right, we'll take a break.
And it's like, we're not splitting hairs, but don't say it like it's a fact.
Yeah.
It's not a fact, Al.
Just stop.
To the Rolling Stone thing, I mean, we just named massive black entertainers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tina Turner was huge.
Yeah, and
Jimi
you-
Hendrix was huge.
It's not like you have to go through the archives and find. It's the second issue of Rolling Stone. Has black artists on it.
Really?
Second issue.
Hendrix or Slide? Sorry.
It was the female artist that we had brought up. I can't
Tina
remember.
Turner.
Yeah, it was Tina Turner.
So right from the get-go, Rolling Stone said, look, we're going to acknowledge all performers. We
Right.
don't have an agenda here. If you're putting a black artist on
Michael
the cover of your
opened
magazine
that up.
on the second issue.
Michael opened it up.
Did he? Did he really?
No. He's a very talented singer and dancer, and he should have been addressed as such by Reverend Al Sharpton. He should have addressed the fact that the family and fans suffered a great loss, blah, 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 blah. To get into the race angle like he did was nothing but self-serving, separatism, and racism, and that's the thing that keeps the racist Al Sharpton in his lovely, expensive suits.
There you go. We got other things to do today. We're going to start singing out of our Michael Jackson shit. But
Yes.
But after the break, National Enquirer reporting, I think Michael Jackson, what was the number? I read it last night. 10,000 pills in 3 months? Something like that? It's going to come out.
Going for the record?
10,000 pills in 3 months or something like that. And
The first huge drug addict.
They had a whole list of the pills that they pretty much could say he was taking, Anthony.
Yeah.
Amazing. And also a book coming out that good old Michael was gay and dressed as a woman for his lovers.
Sexy, at least.
If you look at the face and the hair, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
You could turn that into a female pretty quickly.
Oh, Jesus, easily.
A little lipstick, a little...
Maybe he was a tranny. Yeah, that's not a big far stretch.
You never know.
Right. All right, we go to break with, this is really funny, Jimmy M.E., right? Jimsy.
Is it the same one or a new one?
No, the same one.
I like this one. There's a little too much music in it, though.
We only played it once. Derek and Steve
much
came up
music.
with this. We love the Jimsy character. Opie and Anthony. You gotta be kidding me. We're just playing a Michael Jackson song for the hell of it?
Is that it?
Exactly. Back with the Opie and Anthony show. They can hear their Michael Jackson in other places. We don't need to do that. Thank you. I'll tell you one thing. Every time you go to the bathroom here at Sirius XM, that Halley's Comet song is playing. Enough with the Halley's Comet and the moon and the what the, I don't even know what the fuck
Really?
the guy's singing about.
Who does that?
Some kind of love song. It's like one of the hottest songs in America. And I swear, 9 out of the 10 times you walk into the bathroom, because they choose the channel to be played in the men's room.
In the bathroom, yeah.
And it's either like the Elvis channel.
I like It's Raining Men. That's a good one. You shove it in the glory hole.
They pick the Elvis channel or the pop channel. That's it. Because I guess they got to keep it safe while people are making duties in the men's room. Everything has to be safe.
Of course.
I just
Very
can't.
safe around here.
I just can't live in this world too much longer.
safe.
I don't understand. This doesn't need to be a safe environment. We're just dopey radio assholes.
I know.
So
when will people realize that?
You go in the bathroom and you hear this Halley's Comet song.
Yeah.
Comet. You got it? Well, save it for Jimmy, because I think Jimmy will really be annoyed by this. Here comes Jimmy now. Who does Halley's Comet?
Well, I'm hoping this is the same one that you heard, but it's actually called Second Chance by Shinedown.
I guess.
That's it.
It's a new song, right?
Oh, my God. Every time you're in the bathroom, listen to these lyrics.
Is it right there?
I don't know. I just know it at the hook.
Does it make you shit well, though?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, it flows.
Just to get out, right? You want to shit
That's
quick?
good. I think you just want to, yeah.
I haven't heard this. Wait for the hook.
I watch the world outside.
Just trying to get emotion out of you, man.
It's a bit generic.
And it's working.
I love when an artist can just grab emotion out of you.
Oh, they take those hard...
Even the man in the moon disappears?
Someone's in the stratosphere. This makes no sense.
Is he killing himself?
Understand what?
All right, enough.
It's okay. I just haven't heard it yet.
Killing
I've
himself?
not heard that at all.
Then you don't go to the bathroom.
Oh,
It's
they
in
call
the-
me the Tinkle Kid.
I know they do. That's why I'm shocked.
They do.
That's my nickname around here. Even the big bosses.
The Tinkle Kid.
Yeah, high five small the guys in suits. Tinkle Kid, and I just high five them.
That song is played all the fucking time is what I'm getting
I've
at.
not heard it.
It's not a bad song. It's kind of catchy.
Catchy.
I don't really want to have to
Words
pay
don't make
attention to the
sense.
lyrics. Right. But they just pound it into your head. Pound it, pound it, pound it.
They want to drive you out of that bathroom quickly. That's why they do that.
Really?
It cuts down on productivity when you're sitting on the shitter.
There's some animals that work here, too.
Yeah.
Let's clean,
Oh, yeah.
Let's clean the shit off the fucking toilet seat, please. How angry are you? How angry are you that you have to shit on the actual toilet seat and then you leave it there?
I don't think I've ever shit on a toilet.
What the fuck is going on in your world that you have to do that?
It's always hit the water.
And this isn't like the Port Authority or a subway bathroom. It's a nice work environment. And every once in a while, there's shit on the toilet seat.
It's supposed to be people that know how to use a bathroom.
Look, we're all angry, but we don't leave our shit on the toilet seat. It's just amazing. Or the urine all over the toilet seat.
Yeah.
What's that about?
Pissing.
That's a little easier to understand, though, than shit is just antisocial.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you leave a little urine on the toilet seat, you're not cleaning it up?
I normally will, but I can see how, like, what I'll do is I'll pee. If I get some on the seat, I'll usually wrap some paper in my hand and just do a quick wipe.
That's what I would do.
Not in a public bathroom.
You would just let it be?
Well, I'm
For the
not
next
pissing
guy?
all over the place. And I lift the seat up with my foot. And then I put the seat back down.
Okay.
So if it's on that rim that no one sees.
Oh, no. I'm talking about where your fanny goes.
Language.
No, I wouldn't piss with the seat down like that.
You ever see
I'll lift
shit?
that fucker up.
You ever see shit on a wall in a urinal?
Oh,
What's
yeah.
that about?
On a urinal?
Huh?
In a urinal?
I'm sorry, in the stall. What's that about?
Yeah. I've seen shit everywhere. Ceilings, floors, walls.
How the fuck do you even do that?
I don't know, but it's amazing to me.
You have to have a sprayer.
People do that. How do you do that?
What are you
Why?
What are you trying to say? What are you trying to say with
My
that?
asshole's got like a fucking Norden bomb sight on it. I always hit the target, the water. Who's missing and getting collateral damage all over the seat?
I don't know.
Anthony hates his own duty. You should relish in your own duty a little
No,
more.
I don't like.
You don't look
duty.
at it?
I say bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Aww.
Big boy made a duty.
But you don't look at your shit?
Bye-bye. Yeah, when I say bye-bye.
I stand up with my foot on the bowl and look down. I have to.
I don't do that. I flush and look and watch it go down to make sure it all goes away and there's no skid mark. And at home, because then I can take the brush and brush it all off so there's no residual.
Yeah.
You don't want that. It's embarrassing.
What are some of those other songs that are just pounding into our heads these days?
Those other songs.
That poker face. I
don't know that one either.
Boy, you are listening to some fucking shit.
Dude, it's everywhere, though.
I don't hear it.
Everywhere. Where?
If you
not where I'm listening.
Not where I'm listening either.
If you want to throw me under the bus,
Not
it's
on All
fine.
Nation.
But this shit is everywhere
Go to the
you go.
Boneyard, dude.
Not
It's the
on
best station
Octane.
on the whole platform.
Dude, you don't leave your house. If you're walking around
Oh, yeah, I've heard
the
this. Jesus.
city or something.
Yeah, I've heard this a lot.
It's wherever you fucking go.
is
You
all
hear it
blasted in
cranking
the
from
streets.
cars. You hear it cranking from shops.
Shops.
You know this song.
Yes,
They never
I
play
do.
this in the gun. They never play this in the gun store. Let's see. It's not played out by the pool. It's not played in my car.
I understand. You're a
let me
bit more
think.
isolated than the average person. I get it. But this shit you can't avoid.
I pop locked to this song.
Did you see? I think it was on one of the dumb gossip sites. She has an interview where she covered her face completely. She's talking through like this weird like mask.
Who is that?
She's trying so
Who?
hard. Lady Gaga.
Oh, enough with that
it's
bitch.
Gaga.
We get it. You're different. Whoa, what's going on inside of that head? Gives a shit.
Right.
I'm looking for attention.
Lady Gaga.
Let's go to Derek in Miami.
What is
Derek,
that?
there you go. There's the mask she was wearing for her latest interview.
Is that a cock on her face?
Stories?
Why is Bob Kelly behind her? It's probably not even her.
Good visual. Derek, what's going on?
You want to talk about bathroom horror stories? I work in a pharmacy, and when these old get their medication, they do some horrible things. Like, the bar that you got to use in the stall for, getting out of a wheelchair?
Yes.
I've seen people literally just take their ass cheek and just run along it and just paint the sucker brown.
Jesus.
They pooped in the sink. They poop behind the toilet. They poop on the wall. They
Oh,
spray it all
God
up.
damn it. You can tell what happened there, though. Danny just pulled up a picture of a public toilet where, right where that pipe comes out of the back with the industrial flusher on it, that is covered in shit. So obviously he had a problem. He pulled his pants down, bent over to sit down, and before he even sat, fire! And, it went all over the wall. Wow, that is a bad one.
That's amazing.
Some poor janitor. Fucking, that's the time when, if you're a janitor, you start thinking, why did I fuck up so badly in school?
I feel bad for the janitors that have to clean that up.
Oof.
Let's say hi to Josh in D.C. Josh.
What's up, boys?
Hey there, Josh.
Hey.
Opie, it's all your fault that I like Lady Gaga now, and all my friends call me gay because of it.
Dude, but how did I turn you on to Lady Gaga?
Last year, right? I think it was after the Miss Universe pageant.
Yeah.
You played the song, her first song, Just Dance, because it was on the show the night before, and you played it like 70 times in an hour, which you guys never do. I don't know why you do that once.
Beat things into the ground? Never.
Yeah, never. And it just got instilled in my head, and now I can't get away from it. So fuck you, Opie.
All right, I'm sorry, sir.
That's okay.
I mean, I'm not.
That sounds a little feminine. Yes.
Are you a Peter Pumper? Do you suck dicks?
Some of this shit is catchy, but enough.
He's just eating breakfast.
And check it out.
Shit toilet pictures up.
Yeah.
He doesn't care.
Nah.
What's the problem? Yeah.
That's a good one. It's got like it's a white lid, and the log. It looks like a comma on the front of the fucking seat.
How do you get on the front of the seat?
Yeah, who knows?
That's weird. It's like you're standing up, think you're done, and that falls out.
Yeah.
Are we going into duty discussion again?
I know.
It's better than all the gay shit we used to do. Now it's all about just shit.
Let's combine them.
Chris and PA.
Duty.
Chris.
What really annoys me, I work at a place that the youngest person must be 25, but they still have the need to wipe boogers on the wall above the urinal. Like, what the fuck is up with that? I don't know if you guys have it there. I'm sure you guys do with the savages you work with.
I've never wiped a booger on a wall, I don't think.
That was a big problem over at the other building when we were still there.
Yep.
At XM. Somebody had a collection of snot.
God damn
Really?
it.
You ever licked that wall?
Nah.
God bless. God bless. I haven't thought of this kid in, probably 20 years. God bless Bill Madden. One of my fellow basketball players taught me the art of the rocket snot.
What?
God bless Bill Madden.
What is that?
He would run up the court and just plug one nostril and blow
snot rocket.
I mean,
right,
snot
okay.
rocket.
I could
and
never do
blow
that.
a snot rocket. What a great thing to do.
I need a tissue.
What? But he would just blow it on the basketball court. He didn't give a shit.
Dude, I would always get on my lip and
God.
shit if I did that.
Huh?
I would never be able to blow it like that.
No.
Snot rocket. That was the first time I saw it. Bill Madden showed us a new trick.
Construction workers do that a lot.
The snot rocket?
Yeah.
Their hands are dirty.
Yeah.
I'm going to pay.
Oh, fuck. God damn it, Danny.
Danny
yeah.
is the king of the internet. I'm sorry. He just is. How do you get that so quickly?
Holy shit.
You
We're
found a
talking about-
long mucusy snot into one girl.
No,
Girl's
that's a snot
rocketing
rocket.
into
Yeah.
another girl's
Yeah,
mouth.
that's not a dripper. That's blowing it right out into her mouth.
Holy shit.
That was quick. You found that one.
Would that bother you, Ant, to suck on that piece of mucus?
I can't even look at that.
You know how salty that must be? It probably, and honestly, God, it probably tastes like a salty buttermilk.
Look at these snot rocket pictures. They rule. It's amazing what you can get out of your nose. Look at
Oh, shit. Why do I look? Why?
I love it.
Get another mouth one. That's the best when the snot rocket in the mouth.
I love it.
Why do I look?
Snot rocket.
Why the fuck do I look?
It's fucking disgusting.
It's hilarious though, the pictures.
But some of those Brazil fetish videos, they have they would do shit in the mouth and all that stuff, but then they would do snot in the mouth too, which is a bizarre.
You know what? I could watch shit, piss, vomit.
Snot is the one.
And that snot like that in the mouth. Oh, God. Oh, God.
That's a girl with her head up.
Oh, God.
And it's like a big teardrop snot coming down the front of her face and over her lip and into her mouth.
Dude,
Oh, my God.
but who hasn't done that when you're sick or something? You're like,
Yeah.
I just don't have time to keep blowing my nose. Let it just run into my mouth.
No.
You've never let it
Tissues.
just. You've never let it
Never.
just run into your mouth.
Never.
The really liquidy ones.
Never.
And then you do suck in and you realize, oh boy, I'm sucking in a slug. Oh boy, when is this one gonna end?
Holy shit. I swear I'm going to get woozy.
Have you ever sucked in a slug there, Jimmy?
Yeah, many
Yeah, of
times.
course.
Dude, I've done anything.
Oh, fuck.
Aw,
I knew you weren't Muslim.
the little girl has two juicy snots. And it comes down past both of her lips, and it's obvious it's dripping an inch off her neck. It looks like she sneezed, a cold sneeze. That's a flu sneeze.
Oh, God.
Oh, that's Sabrina. Yeah, she's very sickly.
Someone
She sneezes a lot.
Someone writes, here we go, down the road of yuck again. Let's go to Steve in New Hampshire. He's got a very nice
Yes.
phone call for everyone. Steve.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Hi, buddy.
Hey, how do you feel about when you go in the bathroom and see all the hair on the seat?
That's another one. Some people are just going pubic bald.
Yeah, I don't understand the pubic hair. I understand maybe one, but every once in a while you get into a situation you're like, what the
That's
fuck
people that
went on
don't,
before I got here?
That's people that don't shower enough, I believe.
Right.
And wash. You got wash down there. It gets rid of any shedding hairs or anything. You don't want to. Yes.
Would you guys like blow the hair off or like just go to another stall?
I just pee right on the fucking thing. I
try
could care less.
I try to piss
because I'm not touching anything
and make the hair go into the bowl
you play a little
without
game.
pissing on the floor. It's very good. You got to it keeps your aiming skills up.
You do
It's
play
like
some
finding
games.
that when you used to be able to smoke inside. The best was a cigarette butt in the toilet because you'd have to chase that thing around, and the goal was to bust apart the cigarette butt so that the tobacco would come out, and then get the paper actually to unroll off the filter, and then blast a hole through the paper. That, to me, was the
Nice.
trifecta of pissing on a cigarette butt.
Very
God,
good.
guys.
All right. I forgot to tell you guys.
You ever play Battleship like that, where it was like you'd make believe you were a fighter plane or a bomber, and that was an enemy ship.
Yeah.
And you'd have to
until it falls apart.
Until it falls apart.
I do it all the time. That's a great little game.
Split her in two. Nice.
Kills 30 seconds. What the hell?
Of course.
Jimmy, I forgot to tell you. A lot of days Jimmy and I get driven home by Kenny. Yesterday you missed a great one. Why? And unfortunately I wasn't videotaping. Fucking Kenny took out I want to say a seagull actually. Holy mother of God. You know what? They always say, don't worry about birds. They'll never get hit by cars.
Yeah, they get out of the way.
It's very rare. Well, this bird dive bombed to get another bird, I guess.
Oh, shit.
Right in front of us. And we knew there was no way this bird was getting out of the way. We looked through the rear view mirror, and all we saw, and I'm not exaggerating, maybe Kenny could back me up on this, was a cloud of feathers.
Feathers?
Kenny, how crazy was that yesterday?
I'll keep these numbered for just such an emergency.
If it isn't the bird killer.
First of all,
hello, Dave Winfield.
You speak the truth, GH.
Was that pretty amazing? It wasn't one or two.
He called you an idiot?
Yes. It wasn't
Besides that.
Hold on, Sammy Davis Jr. Shoes wants to say something. I don't like your fucking Jim Crow era shoes. They really bother me.
I'm a snappy dresser.
Yes, you are. Fucking, if you're going to meet J. Edgar Hoover. Fucking, go ahead, sorry.
I'd be wearing a dress then.
Fair enough.
It wasn't one or two feathers. It was.
You're right.
It was
a
impressive,
cloud.
right?
Yeah. I've never seen that before.
And then we never saw the bird again. Like what? So then it was another block or two to my house, and we looked for it, and
What part
sign
of the vehicle did you think nailed it?
We don't know if it hit the front or it got sucked in underneath and then like came out the other side. We don't know.
Yeah, I was.
That's what we're trying to figure out.
I wanted to like check and make sure I didn't damage my vehicle.
Of course, that's the important
There was
part.
no marks on the front.
No. So I don't know what happened to. We didn't check the engine compartment.
Oh, I hope it's up there rotting.
You think it might be in there?
Looks like a perfect turkey.
Yeah.
Cooked turkey sitting on your air cleaner.
God, that would make me happy. Your brand new truck. All of a sudden, you turn the air conditioner on, and fucking bird parts come shooting all over your tuxedo.
A beak comes shooting out.
It was
chicken killer.
It was amazing. It was an amazing sight for real. I never saw so many feathers in my life.
Hit a seagull once with my work van windshield.
Same thing.
And the thing,
come apart.
it was right at the upper left-hand corner of the windshield. I was on the expressway, so really flying. It made such a thud, it cracked the windshield in the corner and left this big thing of dust. Like, I guess the bird is dusty, you know? That's what they do. They get in the dirt and make themselves dusty. That's how they take their little bird bath. And it left a shitload of dust. But I looked in the rear view and just saw him, like, flying over the van and then wham, hit the expressway, dead on arrival.
He was done.
Done ski.
We never saw the bird again. There's no way it flew off.
No, I think when he went after that other bird, maybe he was trying to fuck that other bird, and that's what he gets.
I think that's what was going on.
Kenny's so dumb, he actually thought because he hit a bird that he had to drive his car into the Hudson. I'm a hero.
Yes, I'm Dully the pilot.
Well, you know what? After that thing, Dully got me home safely. So
See?
thank you, Dully.
Yeah. Dully.
We got to search for that bird today.
Fucking guy.
Fucking Dully, nice. All right, that's it, Kenny. Thank you.
Very good. Bird killer. Hope PETA comes after you.
Exactly.
Throws paint on your shoes.
There's a cue call.
Oh, my God. Look at those shoes. You're going to see Gone with the Wind tonight.
Yeah.
Hope there's no Negroes here.
Shoes make me sick.
Yeah, look at them.
Keep on trucking shoes. I like to see those shoes with tank treads on them and his two mashed feet. His fucking stupid mashed feet.
Keep on trucking.
Good 6 tons of fucking tank over his feet. Crush his ankle bones.
Ow.
Ouch. He'd be stuck there, would just mash his body to the ground.
Oh, shit.
Let's go to Phil. Phil?
Phil?
Bill? Phil from
Whatever.
Jersey?
Yes, sir.
What do you
Hi.
got, buddy?
Listen to you guys talk about snot rockets. About 10 years ago, I was working for a trucking company, and my boss loved to hire guys from the local motorcycle club because they would always be running around on speed, and they would work like dogs. 2 guys, Ronnie and Mark, to prove to me that they were real brothers in the motorcycle club,
Don't say it.
would exchange snot rockets and then spit them back and forth like they were ping pong balls. Oh, man, these guys were gross.
Holy shit.
Wow, that one got me, too.
Oh, that's really
That
funny.
one got me.
Why do I picture it in my head? Stop.
Nice.
Get out of my head.
Who is cuter?
Thank you, sir.
I wouldn't want a motorcycle. A motorcycle club, I'm sure it's fun to belong to, but why do you have to prove your loyalty? How about if you just back the other guy up in a fight? Isn't that enough?
Sure, it should be enough. We're not going to take bird stories. Let's say hi to Phil in South Carolina. Phil.
Good evening.
Good evening. They got your serial killer, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
got him.
Yeah.
He's dead as shit. Yeah, they blew him up.
Dead.
Oh, and where? In the Carolina?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think he decided he wanted to rob something in, I believe, North Carolina, and they got him.
And oopsie.
Good.
Yeah.
It was a drug binge for about a week, and he killed 5 people, so, you know.
So it really wasn't a serial killer. That guy was just completely insane. Lost it. Well, serial killers are too, I know, but it's a different kind of insanity, I think.
Yeah.
He had a rap sheet 29 pages long.
So why did the media call him
a few months ago?
He probably was a serial killer. If you have a pattern, you are. His motive might have been drugs or money, but he wasn't.
No, he just went nuts and killed 5 quick people. He wasn't thinking about it and collecting stuff.
Oh, no.
and all that weird
So it's
shit.
more like
that
mass
serial killers-
murder.
That's what I would say, yes.
Yeah.
Phil.
Serial killers are so calculated.
Yeah, I worked at a Sears plumbing department one summer in Colorado.
Braggart!
Yeah, tell me about it. People used to come in and shit in the display toilet.
The ones that just sit there like they're not connected to anything.
I never saw, the ones that just sit there. I never saw anybody do it, but we would just find the aftermath, and argue over who was going to clean it up.
I want to get a Sears credit card. Do you know anybody?
Yeah.
I want to buy white wall tires.
White walls.
I want to stack them in my living room. You can't white wall your tires, can you? Or they just come? Is it a proper term to go? I was white walling tires or no?
No, I don't think you can white wall your tires. I think they used to have these kits from like one of those J.C. Whitney catalog where you can actually put white walls on your tires.
You can armor all them though. I remember I was armor all.
Well, yes, you can make them very nice. White walls are the dumbest thing to have. Why was that ever a fad?
Why is
To have
anything a
white
fad?
wall
The
tires?
stripe on them? The white stripe?
Yeah, it looks silly, and it would always get all mucked up on a curb or
Sure, it
something.
looked cool at the time when it was the thing.
when you had like tail fins on the car.
I guess.
Big Cadillac.
We don't understand it.
I love that car.
Yeah. It's in my wife's name.
Yeah, okay. Mr. Hole in your head and your bloody wife next to you.
I like a nice shiny tire. I really do.
That is nice when you armor all those tires.
One of my girlfriends told me I was insensitive because I was busy arm rolling my tires when I was supposed to be taking her for a hysterectomy.
Jesus, Jimmy.
Relax, you can wait.
Never let a girl think that your tire shine is more important than the removal of her uterus. It's cause for resentment.
Yeah, could be.
Well, we got this Steve McNair info finally.
Yeah.
She was pretty sexy, that Iranian chick that he was banging.
she wasn't.
Dude, she had nice fucking legs and juicy little rump.
Fucking no.
There's a picture of her in
I'm
the
so
paper.
glad you said that.
Me too.
She didn't look all that bad.
She
I'll
wasn't
be honest
sexy.
with you.
She was all right.
I'll
She
be
had-
honest with you.
Dude.
It's something we
Not
talk
that
about
bad.
on the show. She had youth on her side.
Yeah. And she was Iranian,
Even-
sexy, which, you got to mark it on a curve.
Dude, I'm looking at her body in this picture. Look
She
at
was
this.
just all right.
Look at the body, though. She was a sexy girl.
Yeah, because she was young.
Yeah, little
Young
legs.
girls have really nice bodies.
Nice legs on that.
Does
That
look
last
like-
one. His name's Michael, like yours.
Stems.
We solved this mystery over a week ago, didn't we?
Yes, in
We
our
basically
Scooby-Doo
told
van.
everybody and said, look, jealousy, murder-suicide, the end.
Yeah.
Nashville police have confirmed ex-NFL star Steve McNair was shot and killed by his girlfriend.
Investigators say McNair was sleeping on a couch when he was shot twice in the head and twice in the chest. His 20-year-old girlfriend then turned the gun on herself. McNair, a married father of four, had reportedly been having an affair with the woman for several months. Police originally labeled the death a homicide, but had been waiting for test results before confirming what happened.
Yes, it's a bullet.
Investigators have not released a motive for the murder-suicide, but they say they think the young woman suspected McNair was also involved with another woman, a third woman, not his wife.
I love how some of the media people are saying Steve McNair led a secret life.
Yeah.
No, he didn't. I think a lot of the wives of the athletes just put up with their nonsense.
They kind of know
They
what
know.
the deal is.
And the secret, I guess, was that he was seeing another woman besides
Another woman.
another other woman. You know what I mean?
He was only seeing this crazy bitch for a few months, though.
I would bet that the wife knew exactly what her
Look at
husband was
both
up
of
to.
them. There's pictures of them all over the place. What the fuck?
Yeah, he went on vacation with her.
So that's not a secret. You're not fucking twittering pictures.
I want to know how you pull that one off.
Yeah.
To the
There you
cheaters
go.
out there, okay, all right, you go away for a night, whatever. I could figure that one out. But how do you go away for a week on vacation with another woman and your wife doesn't suspect
That's
anything?
just bad game. That's just having some bad game right there.
The wife was probably in the same hotel. He probably had balls of steel.
He never fucking saw it coming. Just took it out.
No, just went to sleep.
Last thing you remember was fucking a 20-year-old. That's not a bad way to go out.
Yeah. And now he's like, what the fuck? I've been sleeping a long time.
Now that's a guy that
When
went
do
out.
I wake up?
That's a guy that went out doing what he loves.
That wasn't even his main house. It was a condo he rented with his friends. And him and his friend probably had a pussy pad.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You like when I say that?
Pussy
I've
pad.
talked to enough athletes over the years. We know this shit goes on, and I think the wives just look the other way. Go,
Yep.
I got a really nice house. I got the kids I always wanted. I hate to do this to the women that are listening right now, but there are broads out there that will accept all that.
Why wouldn't she wake him up first? Like, hey.
Maybe she did.
Because he might be able to talk her out of it.
They probably know if he was awake or asleep.
How?
They probably would.
They know all that.
Were they
shit.
Santa?
Motherfuckers are amazing.
They put a slug on him, and the slug will tell him.
They'll figure it out. He's some kind of forensics Santa. I know you're awake.
They knew he was sleeping while it happened.
see?
They found a sheep half counted. It was. You know what it was.
Of course, Jim C.
It was obvious.
It's always murder, isn't
She
it?
was an Iranian.
What was the name of the other girl he was seeing?
Abigail. She was a beautiful girl shipping codeine.
Codeine?
Yes.
Who does codeine?
It's a very slow way to murder somebody. We think that Abigail has been fed a lot of eggs. She's been being killed on a cholesterol binge.
We got to find her within the next 8 to 10 years.
Yes. They're feeding her eggs and telling her they're egg whites. They're telling her that she's having skim lattes, but they're whole milk. Abigail's in danger.
Jim C's an idiot.
Jim C knows. Steve McNair was asleep. His hands were in the front of his pants, cupping the top of his penis, as a man will do when he's tired.
Jimsy, they're saying he was sleeping on the couch.
Oh.
Yes, he would frequently fall asleep on the sofa. We have little black hairs on the pillow. Quick, Sam, crease the front of my casual slacks. I'm gonna go fuck. They found little straight hairs. We knew they were Sam's pubes. And they were all over my backside. Sometimes Sam will mount me like a German Shepherd.
That's Sam.
Yeah. He says, before I do anything, Quins, I'm going to give your duty hole a pummeling.
The answer to your question, no defensive wounds, Ant. You know something about guns. If he was
Looks like a defensive wound.
Yeah, if he was awake, he would have had his hands up or something, and there would have been some damage on his hands, right?
Yeah.
This is very interesting. Let's go to Josh in Indiana. Josh.
Good morning, fellas.
Hello, Josh.
We're talking about how sad the Steve McNair story is, and it's tragic. But we could have very well been talking the same story about our favorite co-host of a radio show.
Who, me?
Dude, half the stuff we talk about on this show could happen to Anthony.
Hey.
I mean, we all just don't want to acknowledge that.
I don't know. It's going to be a hell of a gun battle, I'll tell you that.
One for the ages?
One for the ages. A hell of a battle. If that ever came to pass. I know when to pull the clips out.
That Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid would be nothing compared to what you would go through,
You know, exactly. It would look like the final scene. Come running out of the bathroom. It would look like the last scene of Scarface.
There you go.
And somebody in really, really believable sunglasses and Quincy's jacket will walk up and shoot you once in the back.
Jesus. First of all, I don't think I've ever known a girl that can fucking pull the slide back on any of the pistols that I own.
Patrice is really obsessed with the Steve McNair story, and he tweeted yesterday. Patrice, by the way, is Big Mama Prods, one word, on Twitter. Patrice tweeted this yesterday. Patrice saying this to your new potential mistresses. I have a woman and a family that I love. You're just side pussy. Don't kill me.
Ah, that's the new, opening statement.
Stop giving these side pussy broads, hope. Just tell them from the beginning what they're all about.
Yeah, I guess that's, you can't say you're going to be leaving your wife and then not do it.
No, you can't have that dangling in front of them.
Dave and Buster's, she worked.
Yeah, that's nice. That's fun.
That's where they met.
Sitting there playing fucking Dance Revolution. Looked into her eyes.
Yep.
So some crazy fucking bitch.
He probably watched that little rump jiggle on a skirt.
Oh,
he had to fuck it.
Yeah, needs it.
One more yard, they would have had overtime.
Yeah. That's something. I heard that joke, by the way.
What joke?
One more yard. Would have needed overtime.
Oh, no, I wasn't kidding. I'm saying in the Super Bowl, he was 1 yard away from tying it.
Oh, right, okay.
It was one of the most amazing endings to a Super Bowl. That was the last play, right?
I had overtime, too, on that fucking thing.
For real?
Yep, 1 yard away, I would have made
that was
a quarter of a million. I put about $20.
That was the last play?
Yes, it was.
Where
9 yards, and the guy fell on the 1 yard line. It was an amazing fucking comeback.
Yeah.
The Titans and who else?
And I forgot, Jimmy. I'm not even going to try to make believe.
I don't remember who that was.
With Super Bowls, I always forget who. I don't even remember
What
who
year
was in
was that?
last year.
04?
I know the Steelers won, but huh?
What year was it? 03, 04?
Oh, wow. I don't even know the year. But it was amazing.
2005?
They fell 1 yard short of overtime. How do you sleep with that?
And it wasn't even
With a
McNair's
bullet in your head?
Yeah.
She probably did him a favor. Hasn't slept in years.
Yeah, she just missed the pool, too. She was just waiting.
Mm-hmm.
She had a nice little fucking lower half, though, man.
She was all right.
Probably a wild
lunatic.
fuck.
Fucking crazy.
All right, so what?
Crazy broad.
The good fucks always are. How many good fucks do you know that are normal? They're not normal. They're fucking kooks. They have to be to learn to use that vag like a fucking catcher's mitt.
You got a point.
Yeah.
A lot of them are a little nutty.
The nicer chicks have no idea how to use their pussy. It just fucking hangs there like a fucking pita pocket. You gotta do all the work.
A pita pocket.
It's the lunatics that understand how to use it like a fucking snake mouth.
Oh, is that the last play?
Dude, they're saying 1999? No way!
No, it wasn't one of them.
Come on.
Was that?
It was the Rams and the Titans, but
That's
it
not
wasn't
10 years ago.
That wasn't 10 years ago.
That's the throw from. Oh no! Oh boy! Look
No,
at him running.
McNair is scrambling.
He should have done this when he was fucking.
Yeah, no kidding. Somehow he gets the
Yeah,
way.
wow, look at that, yeah.
And then he gets the pass off. And then this guy should have been tackled on the 10.
He was tackled on the 10.
Okay, this is the whole drive. Never mind. But yeah, McNair should have been sacked during that play.
He was tackled on the 10-yard line. And how many seconds are left, Dan?
I don't know. 180, I think.
No, come on, that's a
What?
bunch of shit.
Oh.
And Dick Vermeil, this blubbering idiot.
And there's the snap.
Yeah, slow motion.
And we're seeing.
Jesus, come on, just get to it.
That was an amazing fucking.
There it is.
It goes, and the guy's running in, and he's tackled.
And he reaches out, because if that ball crosses.
He was already down.
And that's the last fucking play of the game.
That was amazing. Yeah, that was a good one.
And that was it.
That was.
And McNair had to live with that one.
Even though that wasn't his
it
fault.
wasn't his fault.
Not very long, though.
Yeah, at least he didn't have to go into old age with it.
Well, what year was it?
1967.
It's not. It's definitely not 99.
No, it's not 99.
Hell fucking no.
Super Bowl 30.
Oh, good. Danny's working with the X's and the V's.
Well, I don't think we need the X's and V's anymore. I'm with Dan.
Why won't they stop it? I know.
I don't need to try to figure out what number you're trying to say.
Ancient
Just
fucking
write the
Rome.
number.
Come on.
Unless the losers get the Caligula ring in the hiney. Then I'm all for the Roman numbers.
Stupid Roman numerals. Is there anything dumber than Roman numerals? Numerals.
Roman numerals.
Roman numerals.
Yes.
Kenny. Today's show made a big faux pas.
Oh no.
What does Rich Voss call him?
A pofas.
Pofa, right?
Jesus.
Wait, did I just say pofa too?
No, you said pofas.
Oh,
You said it right.
Pofa. Listen to the Today Show from a day or two ago.
If in fact he is buried here, he'll have some very serious Hollywood company. We know that Liberace is buried here, Betty White is buried here, David Carradine, who's obviously buried here as well. But again, we're waiting to see whether Michael Jackson might make it out of here in his casket and go straight to the Staples Center with the family once this ceremony is done. Meredith?
Michael, okay, and also one quick correction I think Betty White will appreciate. You said that she was buried at Forest Lawn. She's alive. It's just Betty Davis, I think, is who you meant. So, Michael, thank you very much.
Oopsie.
She's dead. We were talking about Betty Davis eyes recently. And I like listening to it, and I clap along with that part.
You do?
Yeah.
Faggot.
And I like.
Is it the greatest clapping song of all time, Jimmy? That's the question I have for the listeners today. Is there a song better than that?
I don't know. Clap.
If you want to be happy for the rest of your life.
What are some of those other clapping songs out there?
Some of them other clapping songs we got.
Hey, Mickey.
Hey,
oh,
fuck
Mickey,
yeah.
you're so fine. You're so fine. You blow my mind. Hey, Mickey. Hey, Mickey.
Yeah, that's a good clapping song.
There was a comedian I knew many, many years ago named Mickey. I think Mickey Loesch, I think his name was. He used to walk on
You didn't
that
know
song.
him?
I did know him.
No way.
I would frequently
There's no
shake his
way
hand
you
when I
knew
saw
him.
him. I would shake his hand incessantly for hours.
Could we get into the Corey Feldman thing after the break?
I'm not going to poke fun.
We
This
wanna make
guy's
sure
having
he's
a hard
okay.
time.
He's suffered enough. Come on.
He's having a hard time.
People are still Googling Corey Feldman is hurting.
Because he is.
He really is hurting still.
I watched some of those old videos where he was dancing that we watched. He was good.
And we got to read the article that came out yesterday about Corey Feldman
I hate
is
when
hurting.
Jimmy does that.
The guy's a good dancer. What are you going to do? Take it? Are you going to hate the game or the player? It's silly. Yeah, you're already hating on MJ. I mean, the guy knows how to fucking dance.
By the way, it was the 1999 season, which is
2000?
unbelievable. That's 10 years ago. That's fucked up.
Wow.
It was the Super Bowl actually was played in the year 2000.
Yeah.
It was the 1999 season. Wow. 10 years ago. Come on.
Wow.
I look at Steve McNair as like a new NFL player.
What's Michael Vick doing? Is he out? He's out of jail, right?
No.
He's out of jail.
Oh, is he? Oh, I think it.
Community service.
Did they do community?
Is he going to play again?
Does he wear a little?
Someone's going to pick him up.
Does he have to wear a little thingy?
I don't know where he's at, but I mean, of course, someone's going to say,
I hope so.
Fuck it. Because it's like a Michael Jackson thing. Too much talent there.
And the guy did his time. He went to jail. He went
Did
to
his
fucking
time
jail.
like a man.
That's right. Took his pinch.
Oh, Let the Good Times Roll. Another great clapping song by the Cars.
Yeah. The Cars stink.
Oh, Private Eyes. Now the clapping songs are coming in.
Private
Eyes.
Watching you. Yeah. Stupid clap.
I purposely get the clap wrong when I'm with people, and people
drives them nuts.
Oh, they go nuts. Especially the people with the OC. They lose their minds.
Maybe we should play little pieces of clapping songs.
How about "We Will Rock You"? All right, get ready to clap, Jimmy. Will you turn this up, Butcher?
I know, Jesus. What are you, a fucking bat hearing? Oh, these two.
Wait, the Opie and Anthony of song, of music. No, Jimmy, not yet.
Where's the clapping part?
It's when he says
When it's over.
private eyes.
Everyone does that.
Here we come. Here it comes. Ready? Everybody. One. Now two.
Oh,
it's one and then two.
I thought it was two and two.
No.
Fuck. I got that one.
See?
All right. Let's try another one. This is fun.
Watching you. This is a good tune.
Someone is saying
Private eyes are watching you.
Jack and Diane, a good clapping song?
Yes, that's a good one, too.
What part?
Jack and Diane. I don't know. The two American kids doing the best they can. Fucking too many lyrics crammed in there.
How about We Will Rock You?
Terrible.
We will rock you.
Yeah, that's probably the best.
Let's do the Good Times Roll by the Cars.
Those were actually ass cheeks slamming shut when Freddie Mercury walked by. Those weren't claps.
Let's do a little Cars. Good
hate
Times
the Cars.
Roll. Love the Cars growing up.
Cars are terrible.
Loved them.
Let's roll.
All right with this song. The next one, we get it.
Holy shit.
Jesus fucking
Butcher.
Christ.
Fuck.
Who are you, Elton John's asshole? Get rid of the song.
Fucking name is that? I know.
Holy shit, I'm
it his
pissed
name,
off now.
Or it's because he just butchers the show. That sucked.
They can't find
They can't find the Cars Good Times Roll? Here.
Probably spelling Cars with a K.
Where's the clap in this song? Does anyone know?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, wait. Where is
Do you know
it?
where it is at?
I'm trying to go forward here. Yeah, it's when it kicks in.
Some are saying My Best Friend's Girlfriend is better for clapping by the Cars. Oh, yeah. Oh.
No real clapping in this.
No. Should be some booing.
Not this song.
Beach Boys. This is fucking horrendous. Oh, this is terrible.
Keyboard player.
You don't like the Cars,
It's
Jimmy?
fucking horrendous. The Good Times Roll.
You don't like
the Cars.
You don't like
you
Moving in
didn't.
Stereo or Bye Bye Love?
I don't know that one.
Love Bye Bye Love. And then there was a song after Moving in Stereo that was really cool.
It's My Best Friend's Girlfriend.
Is the one that with the clap? All right,
Yeah,
go to
yeah.
that one.
This song's tolerable. It's just corny.
Look, we'd be playing commercials here, so just bear with us.
Yeah.
Let us clap.
Relax.
Will you?
Exactly. Give us
Jesus
the hour and a half
Christ.
in between songs that we have.
Take the Money and Run's got claps in it. Go on, take the money.
Do you like Bye Bye Love? I like that because they did the laser show to that song. Any song I saw at a laser show, I ended up loving for the rest of my life. Oh, there you go.
Oh.
And of course, once again, Butcher turning the song up to two.
It's one, and then two.
I can't tell because I can't hear the fucking thing. And then we tell him it's too low, and he still doesn't turn it up.
No, Eric said it's pegged. Or past pegged.
Oh, these guys are terrific.
You didn't like the...
How can you?
Give him a little substitution match diffusion. How about a little bye-bye?
This Rick Ocasek?
Yeah.
Best friend girl.
Dude, it was like rock pop. It's not gonna hurt anybody. The fuck?
Yeah, but this is the type of shit Rolling Stone magazine would call brilliant.
Well,
and
it did.
Of course they did. bunch of guys that wore jeans and
getting mad?
because it's the same shit, dude.
Why are you getting mad?
I'll tell you why.
Because
Because
it's not Ozzy.
No, that's not true. It's these
doesn't hurt
fucking
anyone.
phony rockers, the fucking dumb jeans and the open sports coat. Go fuck yourselves.
What was going on, man?
These fucking assholes.
Yeah, they all dress like bad 80s comedians.
Horrendous. Horrendous. Where's your
Thin
piano tie,
ties.
shitheads?
I love when Jimmy gets so angry.
The fucking rolled up suit jacket sleeves and the little teeny gimmick guitar. Fucking
Gimmick
garbage.
guitar.
Bunch of garbage, if I may.
God damn, Jimmy.
You want a little bye-bye love?
Bye.
Bye, love.
Let's hear what Rolling Stone loves.
Mm-hmm. This was a big hit. It was a big rock hit. Are we running a soft rock station? Will you turn this shit up?
Is that's thoughtful volume?
Play with this. Play with it.
Nice.
Yeah.
You can't go any louder? That's it, right? E-Rock is in there going to... That's it.
Play along with the cars.
You what you're playing. All right, enough. Oh, sorry. Solo time.
Oh. This is fucking just god-awful. This is the type of song that'd be fucking playing on the radio when I'm lost somewhere. I want to commit suicide. And I would just turn the radio off because this fucking blaring song in the back is ruining my day.
Wow. You really don't like the cars.
They're terrible.
I don't mind them.
The fucking cars are terrible.
I really don't mind them.
I don't either.
By the way, the greatest clapping song of all time, the answer was Patty Cake.
Bakers, man. Bake a cake as fast as you can.
Should we take a break?
Yeah, let's do that.
I mean, we could do clapping for, look at the phones. Stroke by Billy Squier.
Oh, Stroke.
Man.
Dumb tune.
Huh? The best clapping. Wait, this might be good. Steven in Kentucky. Steven.
Welcome aboard, Steve.
Hey, guys.
Hey, man.
The best clapping song will be the final applause at Michael Jackson's burial, whenever that may be.
Ooh. Oh, well, that's...
It's not a song, though.
Well,
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
about
event
that.
and
Eric? Eric?
Hey, Eric.
Yes.
What's up,
man?
Eric?
What's going on?
Hi.
Hey, man.
Where you calling from?
Texas.
Okay.
Don't mess with Texas.
Right on. What do you got for the show today?
Man, we're gonna blast off a little gun.
A shootout? A lot of us.
Just a little shoot off.
What do you got?
It's a .40 caliber pistol.
All right. Those are nice. What is it? HK?
It's just a cheap little
Kimber?
Smith & Wesson.
Ah, the old Smith & Wesson.
What are you shooting at?
Oh, just up in the air. Well, off in the
I wouldn't shoot it up in the air.
off
You
in
should
the
always
distance.
you should always have a target.
Yeah, well, where are you? You're not in an apartment complex, right? In the basement.
Yeah, where are you?
No, just off. I'm in the country, so it's just.
How about you
off
shoot
in
at a tree?
Exactly.
at a tree?
Yeah, that way it stops.
There's no trees in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing but brush.
All right, then shoot at the ground.
Yeah.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes.
Let's hear.
All right. Is that good enough?
Yeah, what is it? Revolver? What do you got there?
It's a semi-auto.
Oh, then unload your fucking mag.
Unload it?
Yeah, just blast the whole fucking magazine off.
Oh, you want to hear it all?
Yeah, let it rip fast.
That's good stuff right there.
Oh, hell yeah.
Good stuff, right?
Goddamn Texas rules.
Fucking Texas, check it out.
Man, it's nothing but fun over here.
Yeah, tell me about it. Sounds great. Thanks, man.
Tomorrow night's coyote hunting.
Well, have a pisser.
I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of calls waiting for us after the break. I think Eric just started something.
That's fantastic.
Oh, our famous shootout bit.
Shootout. Instead of shout-outs, we do shootouts.
Yeah, we love shootouts. Thank you, Eric.
Hey, Frunkus.
Thank you, Eric. My friend.
Oh, by the way, I got to say something that I noticed yesterday. I did have my Super Snake Mustang Shelby delivered, which was very nice. It's amazing. The video is up on Twitter, twitter.com/Anthony Cumia, Cumia. And you can see some video and pictures and shit. But they shipped back all of the old parts that they took out when they put the new parts in. Ooh. And the old supercharger is in a box, and it's got duct tape around it. It's got my name on it and stuff. And on one piece of duct tape was a giant Frunkus.
Oh, really?
Written on there.
How
So I guess somebody at Shelby. There it is. And right on that little piece of duct tape down there, it says Frunkus.
I'm sure someone out there will freaking buy this shit.
Oh, I know. That's what I'll put all this shit up on eBay.
Yeah,
I mean, I don't
boxes
need it.
ready to go.
Yeah, it's
barely used, by the way.
Supercharger. I got the wheels, the old hood, the old, all the parts, and it wasn't old. I mean, the car is fucking.
You didn't have a lot of miles in that car.
Driven, back and forth to church. Mm-hmm. Oh, turn the volume up. Listen to how sick this sounds. You're on? Yep. This is me. About 135.
He's having fun, Jimmy. He's having fun.
Yeah. Look at that. Imagine launching off of that bridge and going into the water. You know how far I would have traveled?
Far.
What are you doing?
There you go.
And then some van got in front of me, so I had to go back down.
Why would the van get in your way? I mean, why wouldn't it get out of your way?
You would think the van would fucking move out of the way, but people don't look in the rearview mirror.
No, I'm one of those guys. If you're flying up behind me, I'll get out of your way. I know you're having fun.
There were plenty of cars that got out of the way.
Care.
That other clip, the second one, is driving down actually the highway. This one's great. Yeah. Very quickly.
You hold the steering wheel very daintily.
Well, you got to have a little play in it. You don't want to really grab on, but that's a great road.
It.
Ocean Parkway.
How fast?
Fucking A. Great road.
How fast?
I got yesterday about 135. And believe me, there was so much more left in that thing. I didn't even hit sixth.
Is that rear wheel drive?
Yeah.
That's a stick, right?
Yeah. Six speed.
How many? The 6 speeds?
Yeah.
How do you know when to shift? When it goes like,
Yeah.
You
when it
watch
winds.
your gauges, man.
You look at you could hear it. You could feel it.
I miss having.
You don't look at attack really.
Why?
You don't really need to.
Because it just made driving like fun.
More work.
It really wasn't though. I missed my shift.
I don't know how to drive a stick.
I went through about a half a tank of gas yesterday in no time. No time at all. I have a fuel pressure gauge now in that thing, and it was hanging out anywhere between 20 and 40. And I go, I wonder what happens if I really goose it. I stepped on the thing. The gauge went up to 80, and gas was just pouring into the engine to the point where I just about saw the gas, and I'm not even kidding, saw the gas gauge moving down. Like when you're under severe power, you can see the gas gauge move. When I'm driving normal, without the supercharger really kicking in, it's fine. But when you really get some juice out of it, oh, fuck.
Just sucks the gas right out.
It sucks the gas down. Half a tank, and I drove what would have been, even in the Escalade, it wouldn't have taken up. You wouldn't have even noticed the gas gauge going down. Half a tank of gas. What a great car, though. What a pisser. Love that car.
Drive it responsibly.
It's great. Look at it.
You can't drive
you can't
a car
drive
like
that car. Look at it. That's the car. You can't drive it responsibly.
That's a nice car, Ant.
It's crazy.
I want to go for a ride with you, but I'm scared.
Yeah. Don't be.
I don't like going fast.
You know what? I wouldn't go crazy with you. I don't like scaring people in cars because I used to get very scared when people would drive fast and stuff like that. I would show you the acceleration. See, that's pretty much it. I would show you the acceleration, which is amazing. You get pushed back in your seat. But I wouldn't get to the point where I'd be going fast. I'd show you how quickly it can get fast.
55 saves lives. Drive safely, Anthony.
Double nickels all the way.
I get very frightened. 10 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I scream that when I'm on the bus at the driver.
10 and 2. Yeah, so it was. It's good and black.
That fucking video on the iPhone's impressive, man.
The iPhone puts out some great video, man. It looks amazing.
Can't argue. I lose that one big time.
I'm gonna have to go grab the new goddamn iPhone just to show it off and make chicks jealous.
I refuse to get an iPhone.
Oh, I thought you were actually contemplating.
Yes, he was.
What happened?
Well,
what's up, man?
What happened? All right, so I bought one yesterday. What can I tell you?
You did?
No.
Oh, I was going to say.
Opekins.
Opekins.
Do you prefer Oprah or Opekins?
I actually hate both.
Opekins.
I'm just stuck with this dumb, awful name.
Terrible.
Not bad.
Yeah, I miss driving a Standard. Absolutely.
Yeah, they are a lot of fun.
What do you do with your coffee and stuff, though? Isn't it too much?
Dude, it's just, especially when you're in
second
traffic and
nature.
stuff, it's a distraction.
It just becomes second nature.
And I didn't really rip it up with it when I was driving a Standard, to be honest with you. But it was just, I don't know.
You steer with your knee, you shift, and you hold your coffee with your
Just a good feeling when it's time to shift. You just feels good. It feels right.
Those wheels can break loose and shifting into fourth gear still.
What do you mean?
The back wheels will just light up.
It's rear wheel
There's
drive,
a
too.
lot of power to it. The first time I jumped in and put it in first and let the clutch out, I completely smoked up the
What's that mean, let
wheels.
the clutch out? I never heard it, but I don't know what it means.
Oh, it's that little pedal all the way to the left.
But what's that you put it in first, let
It
the clutch out?
engages the engine to the transmission to the rear wheels. It's the little thing between the...
I don't know what it is.
You don't know what a clutch
I know the clutch, but when you say let the clutch out, and I put it in first and spun the wheels, how the fuck do you do that?
You've seen people give it some gas and then let the clutch out slow and they move forward and go, boom, boom. Well, it's when you go, whoop, and just pop the clutch.
Is that when you hold the clutch down until the gas is really high?
And then you just let the clutch out.
Okay.
And it goes, you get instant power to the rear wheels instead of that slow power.
Okay.
It goes, and that's when you burn a lot of rubber off of your tires for no apparent reason, but to try to look cool.
Okay.
The instant feedback is way too good. Jimmy says drive responsibly, but he screws trannies.
Yeah, but you know what? I never fuck... First of all, let me back up.
Here it is.
I'm just saying. I'm just reading.
I'm a pervert.
Just reading.
I've never done anything sexually that was going to plaster me against a wall immediately.
And then you got Jimmy, be scared. Ant is Kurt Russell in Death Proof. Now that's a very good line. Would you do a Death Proof thing with Jim Norton?
Absolutely. I'd lock you in the car and then
then you get
roll it
in and
over.
you realize you can't get out, Jimmy, because the handles are gone inside the car.
By the way, the Super Snake, I'm looking at stats here. Quarter mile in 12.5 seconds at 119.9. No. With regular street slicks on it. Stock car, but with street slicks on it, it did 10.8 second quarter mile at 134 and change. So that's an old stat.
Well, Road and Track doesn't lie, my friend.
Well, you know something? Neither did Moto Trend, okay?
It says here the stock GT500, which is your car without the Super Snake package, did 0 to 60 in 4.6 seconds, did a quarter mile in 12.8. Super Snake did 12.5 at 120.
Wait, so you're saying that you drove a quarter of a mile 2 seconds faster?
Tenths.
Well, you need that.
You don't. It was a 10.8. That thing hit a 10 fucking 8. It broke into the tens.
When's that going to help you at work? You're supposed to be here at 6 a.m., Bub. It's 6 5/10 of a second.
See?
It's never going to help you.
I never drive it to work.
It's important to car guys, though, Jimmy.
Aren't they car guys fucking simmer down? Everybody just go the same speed.
Those tenths of a second. If everyone went the same speed at the drag strip, it would be a tie.
At the drag strip, that's right. But I mean, how about anywhere else?
Well, that's what I want to do. I want to take it to Englishtown, but I'm going to get some, McGregor fucking slicks on there and put those on for the Saturday at the track day, and then you can put the regular tires on and drive it home.
That's a lot of work, changing tires at the gig.
No,
it's a hobby.
It's easy.
How long does it take?
Take your fucking 10 minutes.
Do you trade them or does someone else?
I would do it.
And how do you get the fuck? What do you do with the other tires? Put them in the back seat?
No, you leave them out by your little pit area, or you just
how do you get them there?
Get them there in the trunk.
Hey, bring tires in a trunk? How much fun is that? All dirty.
What the fuck?
It sucks.
This is what people do to have fun.
It's a street class.
Yeah.
It's street class.
Wow, and then he jumps on the gas. He goes quickly. What's that, a fucking Ford Granada?
I know. Aren't they little shitty cars? But some of those little ones, people do some things to them. Look at this poor guy. Where, did he even leave the line?
The other guy stalled out.
Can't see the numbers because the glare is fucking... Wow. That was the worst... Oh, there it is.
So it's just a road that you drive straight on for 5 minutes?
10-second... 200... No, way, that was 200. That was kilometers.
Had to be.
That's stupid.
Yeah, you drive straight line, you race somebody.
Scott Hot Pog writes, this was good and I lost it. Oh, cut the shit, Anthony. Join a roller coaster club.
Yeah. Do you yell zoom out the window? It's fucking
I
creepy.
go, wee.
All right, we're going to go to break. Very nice.
Yeah, because now I'm hungry.
A little backstage action as we go to break.
I should show up there with a Saturn one time and then do like 55 and beep and honk and keep my directional on.
Roll the window down and shake your fist at the other driver.
Are they actually have people that watch just civilians race?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a whole thing.
Well, this is one class. Then they might bring out
Yeah, look at all the people watching.
the other ones.
I don't get it.
Oh,
They're little teeny cars.
Nice little jump. But, they have amazing times, some of these little cars.
Oh, it's very important. Do you think that they would like your car there?
Yes. My car, they would love anywhere. There's only 260 of my cars in the whole country right now. Only 260.
Really?
Yeah. That's it.
Wow.
Yeah. It's very original. I think I'm actually taking it to the Manhattan Car Club to put it on display.
Guys at my car club call me the Cruiser. See it?
That's great.
You can display it?
Yeah, to display it. People just like looking at it with the hood up. They look at the guts and go, wow, is that? And I go, I don't know, it just goes fast. All right, get that fucking car off the screen.
Why?
Stupid vet. Because that thing pretty much would kick my ass.
Let me see it. What is that? That's a pretty blue car.
The new vet.
Yeah, it would kick your car's ass at twice the price, though.
Yeah, it's twice the price, and it's a hell of a ride.
That's nice.
You hit a bump on that thing, you're dead.
Yeah, but it's awful.
And it's made of fiberglass. It's half the weight of my car. Yeah.
Who needs that?
That is a fast fucking car.
Could drive my vet.
And the vets are all driven by guys going through a complete midlife crisis.
Are they?
As are
Shelby's.
Exactly.
Did you have a midlife crisis? Did you have a midlife crisis?
No, I've been going through a midlife crisis since I turned 12. I didn't want to get into, or actually 13. I didn't want to be a teen. I wanted to stay 12. I didn't want to be something teen.
We work with Michael Jackson.
So I went through, yeah.
It's true.
I went through this whole phase where I didn't want to be a teen.
Sure.
Then I didn't want to go into my 20s. No, I wanted to be in a teen. I didn't want to be in my teens.
See, Anthony just has this perpetual thing that kids like. He wants to shoot guns and drive fast and just,
Yeah, party, have a good time.
No responsibility, which is fine. I hate responsibility, too.
I actually have a job that afforded me that luxury. Thank Jesus.
Yeah, my new book on global warming.
Ooh, that's an oldie.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we'll eat.
And now, backstage with O&A, here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and we were wandering around the SiriusXM hallways when we found Opie and Anthony intern Pierce, wearing a pair of goofy glasses and holding a red rose. We approached Pierce to find out what the little idiot was planning.
Intern Pierce, you have a rose there. What are you doing?
I'm going to try and give it to Megan Fox.
Where's Megan Fox going to be?
Around Studio 5.
Did you just go out and buy that rose?
I did. I went home and put cologne on, changed. I'm ready.
Are those glasses?
Yeah, this is my internet persona. I put these on. I turn into somebody else.
Oh, so you're reenacting Rose Boy, the Megan Fox picture.
That's precisely correct.
What do you hope to accomplish by doing this?
Maybe getting on, a little internet sensation, maybe something like that.
Who told you about Megan Fox coming in?
E-Rock.
Cool. Well, best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Megan Fox coming to SiriusXM was news to us. And as Backstage with O&A is always informed, we went to E-Rock to clarify exactly what was going on.
E-Rock, what's Pierce doing?
Pierce, I believe, is getting ready to meet Megan Fox.
Who told him Megan Fox was coming in today?
Oh, I made the time up. He wanted to know when she was coming in today.
So he came to you and said, when is Megan Fox coming in? Mm-hmm. And what'd you say?
I said, she'll be in at 12 o'clock, and I told him what studio to go stand next to, and that's the Covino and Rich show.
But Eric, that's a complete fabrication. She's not coming to the studio at all.
I know. We're going to walk him over. I'm going to take a photo of him sitting there waiting, and then I'm going to leave.
Why are you doing this?
Because kind of bored.
So your idea of fun is just kind of ruining his life?
Yeah, I learned it from you, Sam.
Oh, cool.
After 40 minutes of standing around and waiting like a boob, Pierce was told by SiriusXM talent booker Liam to take a look into the studio window, at which point Pierce moped back to the O&A office where we caught up with him.
Pierce, did you get to meet Megan Fox?
No.
Why? What happened?
I was had.
Are you embarrassed?
Not really. I don't really care.
That's very much a lie. You were waiting outside in costume.
Yeah, I'm just disappointed.
Did you think you were going to be on the best week ever?
Yeah, I did.
Are you?
No.
You feel like a jackass?
A little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
E-Rock played you for a fool.
He did, didn't he?
But he was right about that.
About what?
You being a fool.
Yeah.
As Pierce tries to mask the fact that he feels like a complete moron, we all know he has complete reason to. Not only was he outsmarted, but he was outsmarted by E-Rock. Obviously, a career in radio is not in the future of Pierce. Give up your dreams, buddy. You'll never be anything special. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
Is that as loud as it goes?
I'm not going to ask
No, but
anymore.
it's as loud as it goes.
Well, then someone has to fix what's going on.
It's got to be
fixed then.
Yeah, this stuff is way too low in the mix. Opie and Anthony, whatever.
I want to mention I'm going to be on Z-Rock on Sunday. It's on the IFC channel.
What is Z-Rock? I'm trying to figure it out.
They're a band, and there's three of them, and it's kind of like an improv show. I mean, there's a very loose script around it, and it's Lynn Copland stars in it, and Jay Okerson, who's very funny on it, and it's kind of a non-scripted show, and I'm in it with Chris Jericho. And
but you hated Chris Jericho.
We had that argument, but after that we were fine. He was actually very cool.
Yeah, you guys are cool now, right?
Very cool. And of course, I do get a show plug in to the fucking Final Cut.
Wow.
Yes, I even mentioned Monday through Friday.
It's on the show?
Yes, it is.
It made the cut?
Of course it did. I actually did, believe it or not, whore that I am, I mentioned SiriusXM. But it was too long of a plug, and I think they just chopped. I actually did get to them, but the Opie and Anthony show got on there. Don't touch that paper, Kenny.
What is on that paper?
It's 11 o'clock on the IFC channel on Sundays. Those guys are fucking very cool.
Very good, man.
Just photos, I guess, from the episode. Oh, they don't have any photos of me on the website? Good move. I try to buy pot from a little kid. He's a very tussleable lad.
Let me see that article, if that's the article. Because Corey Feldman is hurting, and we need to tell the world.
Apparently, it made the internet there. I just saw a page that said Corey Feldman is hurting.
Yeah, keep Googling.
Google bomb.
Keep Googling Corey Feldman is hurting.
Is hurting.
And an article came out yesterday. Corey Feldman is hurting, or is it a Google bomb? See what we could get done here, people? Thank you to the pests. How internet communities attempt to force phrases like Corey Feldman is hurting on Google Trends. Former child star Corey Feldman is hurting after Michael Jackson's death. He must be, right? After all, Corey Feldman is hurting has been making its way up and down the top Google Trends all day. I love that people have to acknowledge our stupidity.
So idiotic.
There's nothing better than people that have to acknowledge our shit. Though Feldman has posted thoughts on his website that would indicate he is indeed hurting from having unresolved issues with Michael Jackson before he died, the phrase has been...
inorganically.
Thank you. Wow. Generated. A group of organized people, just say it.
Come on.
Decided to Google bomb Google Trends into making Corey Feldman is hurting a top trending topic. Google Trends is a subsection of Google, used as a subsection of Google as a way of tracking what people are searching for every day online. A number of new. The group of people will email, tweet, BBM, SMS, DM, and IM each other to search Corey Feldman is hurting because Google Trends is purely based on what the world is searching for. However, there is some basis for the thought that Corey Feldman is hurting. He posted this passage on his website. Jimmy, you want to read the passage from Corey Feldman? He indeed is hurting.
You bet he is.
You want dramatic music?
Please.
Oh my God. He could be. Not could be. He is the worst person.
Butcher, you're bombing today. You are bombing, my friend.
You got to be. My God.
And we've had this discussion, I don't know, maybe 100 times.
Oh, my
and
God.
He's still, Steve, where's Steve? And he still sits there. Yeah, play it on one because that's really effective.
That's as loud as it goes.
And this is just the Hulk walking away music?
As loud as it goes, yeah. Well, that's not his fault. Why is that so low? I
could have pulled that up.
I don't know.
Does that have anything to do with the equipment that's plugged in?
We've been going back and forth because it sounds in there it sounds okay, but then sometimes in here it sounds low.
It's so low in my headphones.
But then on the air it sounds fine. So we got to get to the bottom of that.
Jimmy, you want to ask Steve a question that we've asked a million times? Here he is.
How come?
Hold on.
We love Butcher, but Derek does a good job.
Yeah.
Dude,
why won't anyone listen to us?
It's so out of my hands at this point.
How's it out of your hands?
Because there's two people above me.
There's a cock in each one. No room to hold anything else.
Oh, Jimmy, that would imply that I'm gay. No, the argument has been made numerous times that you guys want Derek on the board, and Derek is wanted in production on a full-time basis. Eric has been taken over the board for the full week, but he's fallen behind in his other stuff that he was doing.
The bottom line is this. I've said it before. Nothing should come before
the on-air product.
The on-air product. I don't care about anything other than the on-air product.
Right.
Nothing should take priority over that. It's fucking mind-boggling to have to explain. I know this is over your head.
Can we get a montage of Jimmy doing this?
I've been saying this for so... maybe I'm wrong. I don't know what I'm talking about. But
really
the things that make the live show better. No, let me tell you something. No fucking Opie and Anthony fans listen and go, wow, the production was amazing. They just go, wow, it was a really funny show today. It was a great show today. The production is certainly a big part of it. Certainly a big part of it. But nothing is more important than somebody, and that's not an easy gig to do. And Derek just happens to be, he's certainly better at it than I would be.
Oh, I forgot about Travis. He's coming back Monday?
Travis is coming back Monday.
What's that kid, 18? Jesus, how long has he been off? Enough already. Get back here, you dummy.
Did he take maternal leave?
Maternity leave, yeah.
Maternity leave, whatever the fuck they call it.
What kind of homo takes maternity leave?
Wasn't that a thing for chicks?
Yeah, it's
I didn't
what
know a
chicks
guy
do.
could take maternity leave. Is that a new thing in the corporate environment?
It's paternity leave.
Paternity
They
leave.
call it paternity leave
it
even?
is.
That shouldn't even be legal.
This corporate environment sucks.
A lot of
dick.
a lot of corporations give paternity leave of 2 weeks.
When
generally.
did that fucking start?
2 weeks.
Music, please. You're rock.
Wait, no. But paternity leave? You want to just brush by that?
I don't mind it because it's about time the guy. It's like
I don't mind Travis taking off, whatever. All these guys work hard and have a lot of days coming to them. But there's now a new thing called paternity leave?
I don't know how new it is. I honestly don't know.
Yeah.
Have anyone else hear about
Relatively,
paternity leave?
Must be.
Thank you.
I thought it was made up.
The broads got the breast milk. They stay home.
Yeah, they stay home, and the man goes out and earns the living.
That's right. Just like we had to do in the
Makes
olden
a good
days.
wage.
What do you think when we were all fucking pilgrims? Like all of a sudden the dude took paternity leave?
No,
he had to get out there and get the fucking food.
That's right. The slaves handled the kids.
Right.
Where's Butcher go?
You couldn't fucking take a leave from your family, from your job back then. You would starve.
Well, not like the bitches was taking maternity leave back then either.
No kidding.
You drop a kid and back out into the cornfield, bitch.
I'm glad you two are having fun while somebody out there is
All
in
right,
pain.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. Corey Feldman is hurting.
Feldman
So we're up to his statement.
is hurting.
I come to you today with great sadness acknowledging the loss of the greatest entertainer in the history of mankind.
Stop it.
For me, he was more than that. He was my idol. He was a role model. He was someone to cry. He was someone to cry to when my childhood was unbearable.
And
he was a
made my
brother.
hiney hurt.
He was a dear friend. I am trembling and shaking at the moment, and it is very hard to type.
It's never hard to type.
Michael J. Fox. No, that was not Michael J. Fox. I made that up. That was Corey Feldman.
Wow, Corey Feldman is indeed hurting.
He's, I am trembling and shaking. Corey is how you spell Corey. Feldman, Feldman, is hurting.
That's right. Feldman isn't the only one getting the bomb treatment today, while Corey Feldman is hurting, is still in the top 10. Al Sharpton is a racist, another one of ours, is circulating as an attempted to crash Google Trends. All right, whatever. But the attempt has bombed.
We don't want to crash Google Trends.
No.
Oh, what was he talking about? Get your facts straight, dummy. Who is this?
Zach, T-E-I-B-L-O-O-M.
Ty Bloom. Zachary Ty Bloom. Stop it.
More importantly, do you think Little Nicky knows that Corey Feldman is hurting?
Oh, look. Hi, Little Nicky.
Did you hear Corey Feldman is hurting?
Corey Feldman is hurting, Little Nicky. He can't take it. It's
no
every
energy.
goddamn day.
He went with it going, all right, they got to fade out of this thing.
Every fucking day.
Hey, Dad, is that Corey's website? I want to see Corey's website because I want to see if he's hurting.
All right, our take. This is Zach's writing. Corey Feldman may be hurting, but the precious internets are breaking because of you darn kids and your Google bombing. Who wants Corey Feldman to be popular again anyway? And what would making it clear that he has remorse about his relationship with Michael Jackson do for anyone?
He's hurting.
He's hurting.
I don't think
Corey Feldman is hurting.
I don't think it's particularly funny to poke fun at Corey. He did some great dancing stuff. If you look, like when he's got like the Jacko outfit on and the shoes.
He's dancing in front of a girl and
and she's like digging it.
Oh yeah.
You think it might be a joke until you see her digging it, and you're like, no, this was
then
really.
you know it is.
Could Steve Can we get Corey Feldman on the show today?
I don't know. As long as we promise to handle
He's hurting.
dignity.
Let's talk about his hurting.
Dude, this poor kid, he was trembling and shaking. He couldn't even type.
Upcoming appearances. What was that? There's one line.
Oh boy.
What did it say?
Nothing scheduled
at the moment.
Oh boy.
Past appearances. What has he been doing?
Yeah, what has Corey Feldman done?
University. What?
Universal City Walk at Universal Studios.
Oh, so he goes like and just hangs out there, and people go, "Hey, you're Corey Feldman."
He's still dancing. That guy had some moves, though, man. You gotta watch the old ones where he dances. He really was good.
Is this his band or something?
Cool.
I don't know.
What are they called? I don't know. Probably Tears of Pain.
Hurting.
Something like that, you know.
Hey, this is Corey Feldman, and you're listening to my pal, Lil Jimmy Norton.
Yes, you are.
He's your pal.
That's right. I like Corey.
All right, we don't know what the fuck his website's about.
It's a very odd-looking site. It's like the inside of an old diner or something, or a movie theater.
I don't know.
It looks like a diner, movie theater, gas station. I don't know what it is.
Let's go to Andy in New Hampshire. Andy.
Yes, sir.
Andy talking to Opie.
What up, Andy?
How you fellas doing this morning?
Better now that you called, Ed. Welcome aboard.
Thanks, Jimmy. Hey, you're talking about that paternity, maternity leave for guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a law. It's a Family Medical Leave Act. They can give you 2 weeks for anything to deal with family issues. They can't can you for it.
That's fine.
Really?
They should, as long as you don't abuse it.
But you can't. You only get 2 weeks per calendar that you use it. And you can, your mother's sick, your wife's sick, you got to stick.
Your uncle's got a hangnail. Your brother fell into a well. Your sister's vagina got caught in a piece of farming equipment. Your mother's eyes were stolen by a non-white. 2 Jews drop-kicked your cousin Murray in his asshole. I'm coming up with family problems. Your brother's pregnant. Your mother's clitoris looks like Barbara Walters, and she's having surgery.
These are all reasons to take off.
They're all reasons I've given.
Yes.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
There you go. The Family Medical Leave Act.
Your producers are homo. Oof.
Are we going with Corey Feldman hurts?
Is hurting. I hope so, Anthony.
Corey Feldman is hurting still?
He is, yeah.
That's going to be number 1.
Yes, we'll try. Corey Feldman is hurting. Just keep it at that.
Well, he'll see it. He'll go, you know what, man? People are acknowledging my pain.
Well, let's get him on the show, though. Before we wrap up the Michael Jackson thing, so there's a new book coming out.
Oh.
Has to be mentioned. He had gay sex, and dressed as a woman. That's what this book is going to say.
Some unauthorized biography, which just came out, of course.
Of course, that's unauthorized.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson was into men, not boys, and masqueraded as a woman with his lovers, a new book claims. That's the most sensational nugget in Unmasked, the final years of Michael Jackson, a tell-all by celebrity biographer Ian Halperin.
Wow.
How do we know that name?
Ian Halperin? Is he the one that did Tom Cruise's?
Did we have him on the show?
We did, yes. If that's him.
This guy isn't like some kind of blogger. This guy's got some
blogger,
some credit behind him. Michael would dress up as a woman. He said the star once picked up a construction worker and swore him to secrecy. The lover admitted Michael made him sign a confidentiality agreement. Halperin's
they
book.
smoke crack cocaine and then have oral sex in a small town in Gurney.
Halperin's book, which hit stores as the world still reels from Jackson's death, asserts that, when would you put the book out?
I know.
Asserts that ex-wife Lisa Marie Presley and gal pal Brooke Shields and Tatum O'Neal were his beards.
You think?
Big surprise there,
History, in the making right there.
Jackson never had sex with second wife Debbie Rowe, so none of his 3 kids are his biological children. That they could still be his biological children, most likely not.
They're not.
They could have just created in a lab, you dummy. Halperin also says Jackson is no pedophile and maybe a blackmail victim. So maybe someone's going to say, hey.
A black male victim?
A blackmail.
Or a black
M-A-I-L, not M-A-L-A.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that's why.
They just overreacted to everything.
Overreacting, Jim.
Hi, that's a new character.
Overreacting, Jim.
Yeah. Puts 10 pounds of emotion into a 2-pound bag. He'll be popping up today.
That, of course. I love him.
Not a pedophile, maybe a blackmail victim. He says he has documents proving Jackson's nervous insurance company forced him to pay millions to a teen who accused him of molestation. Jackson collapsed in hysterics when he found out he had to do that, the insider told Halperin.
I bet.
Maybe. Maybe.
Plausible deniability.
You know what, man? I can accept that if he was a fucking just a guy in the closet. I don't think it would surprise anybody that he was gay. If he was gay,
I don't know. When you get to the point where a kid can describe your fucking schwanz,
then I heard that was wrong.
Really?
Then I heard that the description was not accurate.
Yeah,
I really did. Yeah.
See, I heard it's this. People put things out there.
You heard what things you heard? Kill Vicky, kill Michael Jackson, kill the kid, kill me. You drive me fucking crazy. I suck this fucking cock. It's whiter than yours.
Wouldn't that be an easy one to prove, though? Kids saying Michael Jackson's penis looks like this. You get someone to check out Michael Jackson's penis, and this guy, an expert, goes, nope, kid's wrong, end of story, right?
It's kind of embarrassing.
That never really happened.
You're the king of pop to just yank your cock out on request in court.
Well, no,
They made me show my penis, my torso, my testicles.
Remember that fucking speech? How great was that?
Like we really wanted to look. You know what I mean?
With this bad fucking just camera right on him.
You think the guy that had a fucking look at him was happy about
asshole?
it?
Gloves on.
Fucking
handling
medical gloves, handling the King of Pop's balls.
Junk.
Whip your cock out. We could see this. Gotta photograph it.
Little splotchy balls.
God damn.
Yuck. It's weenie.
Yeah, it was a pleasure for the guy that had to do that.
Pleasure
Michael.
for me to hold your balls,
Right.
Michael Jackson. Greatest balls in the world.
I know we just did a backstage, but Sam also did a backstage about Michael Jackson. I think Sam met Michael Jackson.
No.
Huh?
No.
Yeah.
And now, backstage with O&A. Here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and you might not know this, but several months ago, Opie and Anthony had the late, great King of Pop, Michael Jackson, live in studio. While that tape has been lost, we were able to track down the tape of the interview that we had with him after his O&A appearance. Here it is now, complete and without edits. Hey, Michael Jackson, how did your appearance go on O&A today?
It was very bad what they did.
Bad? I hate to hear that. What exactly went wrong?
They manhandled me very roughly. My shoulder is dislocated, literally. It's hurting me very badly. I'm in pain all the time.
Michael, there's no feasible way that Opie and Anthony had the opportunity to interview you and instead used the time to physically assault you.
See this arm? This is as far as I can reach it. Same with this side over here. If you saw what they did to my arms, it's very swollen.
Oh, Michael Jackson, how could it have gone so poorly? I saw at one point you had to take a bathroom break.
I asked to use the restroom, and they said, sure, it's right around the corner there. Once I went in the restroom, they locked me in there for like 45 minutes. There was doo-doo feces thrown all over the walls, the floor, the ceiling, and it stunk so bad.
Wow, well, I guess that's why they call it the shit factory. Michael, I'm sorry Opie and Anthony spent the morning abusing you physically and mentally.
It's all right.
Wow, how unexpectedly reasonable of you. Have a good day, Michael Jackson. Come back anytime. There you have it. Michael Jackson in a rare and candid moment exclusively for you, the O&A fans. I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this has been
Backstage with O&A.
You know what? That's not a real fucking interview.
Jesus.
He made that up.
Wow. What was your name?
Literal and Angry Jim.
No, it's
Overreacting
Jim.
Literal and
overreacting Jim.
And Literal Jim together.
Literal overreacting Jim.
That's a combination of characters.
It certainly is. Literal overreacting Ted.
Oh, Anthony, I'm not a real guy, for Christ's sakes.
Oh, no.
Give me that child's underpants. I'll toss the Uncle Paul in there.
Oh, wow. You're like the late, great fucking Fred Travalena.
Yeah. Oh, he was marvelous.
Marvelous. Entertainer.
He was a complete entertainer. He would do all those voices.
The whole picture.
Sure. Fred. He would do all the Jack Nicholson.
Good riddance.
Yeah, he was good.
And then you got the pill story, but you can check that out for yourself. Enough with Michael Jackson. National Enquirer, Michael Jackson, 10,000 pills in 6 months. Read it for yourself. Whole list of fucking pills, though. Jesus.
Oh, the chick hung up who had a dream about me. Damn.
Have her call back.
To know what that was.
Well, you got to tell us that. I didn't know.
We were in the middle of MJ. Los Angeles Police Department detectives weighing claims Chandler, who was like this kid, gave them a roadmap to Jackson's below-the-waist geography, which he said includes distinctive splotches on his buttocks and one on his penis, which is a light color similar to the color of his face. The boy's information was so precise, he even pinpointed where the splotch fell while Jackson's penis was erect, the length of the performer's pubic hair, and that he was indeed circumcised. So,
is it possible, though, that the kids saw Michael jerking off or walked in on him doing... I mean, again, it's a stretch.
How are you going to see the spot unless you're real close?
I don't know.
Does anyone fucking knock anymore?
Yeah.
Life's the same. Moving in stereo.
By the way, I'm looking at the TV, and they're showing these people from Avenue Q, the lady with the puppet, and she's not even attempting to hide her lips moving.
No.
They don't.
It's fucking horrendous.
They're not supposed to be on the broad.
She's Otto with a vagina.
Yeah.
Wow.
Otto.
I hear that dump show's good.
I'll never know. Avenue Q?
I'm not going either.
No, her fucking fat legs coming out of her skirt.
Ugh, what chubby fucking calves on her.
I hate a chubby-legged woman.
You a fat calf.
Yeah. Fat-calved women should be drummed off the planet. That's the title of my third book.
Drummed off the planet.
You're a fat-calved woman, and your life is of no value to us. Hey, ham hock feet, I'm talking to you.
Rich in Baltimore. Rich.
Ah, lucky you.
Morning, boys.
Hey, Rich.
Hey, Sam, Sam's going to have to get rid of that primetime moniker and change it to Sam Dickie Goodman Roberts of that crap interview he
Was
just did.
Sam doing a Dickie Goodman impression
Sam,
there?
completely, I thought the same thing.
Give me a Dickie Goodman song, man. Come on.
Completely ripped off Dickie Goodman.
Yeah. Except Dickie Goodman had some very funny ones.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he always made me... He was really... You hear the song he did about the shark? That's Uncle Paul's
the
humor.
Jaws one.
Yeah.
Wasn't there one about a streaker?
Oh, yeah.
I like the original song by Ray Stevens.
Why don't we find a really good Dickie Goodman
We got
to play
so
for
many
everybody?
to choose from with all of them on here. just being pulled up left and right by Butcher.
Yeah, E-Rock,
No.
do we have that at 1 decibel?
Is it E-Rock
I
on
just
the board
had
now?
I just heard the soothing voice of E-Rock in my headphones.
You made a personnel change?
Very nice.
You went to the phone?
We went to the bullpen.
You went to the bullpen.
Where's Butcher?
Stop with the conditioner.
Oh, that flat-haired girl.
Jesus.
That lady she looks like fucking Frankenstein with a mullet.
Yeah, it's horrible hair.
She's a woman on Channel 5 with a really bizarre hairdo.
She's
body.
She's a little Irish girl. She could be really cute or beautiful, whatever the fuck, but she just uses too much conditioner. She has the flattest hair on TV.
What is Avenue Q? What are they singing? Can I hear what they're singing? It's driving me nuts. I'm looking at these I hate foam puppets.
Stop
The internet is for porn is an Avenue Q song.
Is it really?
I believe so. Let's say hi to Susie. Susie's back. Susie, you had a dream about Anthony?
Susie from Iowa.
Yes, hello?
Yes,
hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Susie from Iowa.
Hi, I had a dream about you last night, Anthony.
Oh, okay. Now let's see what the dream is.
The dream is we were in my backyard, and I have a trampoline back there, and you were asking me, what the crap do you have this for, Susie? And I'm like, it's for fun, Anthony. And you're like, how fun is that? I'm like, well, stick some chicks with big boobies in bikinis up there, and there you go.
It's like a scene
And
from
he thought
Big.
that was a fantastic idea.
That's it? Did we have any dream sex?
Yeah, what happened after that? Did you just continually breathe heavy into a phone, or did you do something?
Nope, that was it.
That was it?
Yep.
Why are you breathing heavy?
Yeah, how big a gal are you?
I just ran from the bathroom.
That's great.
After a
Nice.
good shit.
You just broke one off in mid-fucking... She was dropping a douche thinking of you on a trampoline. How attractive.
That's silly. That dream is silly.
It is a silly dream, but it was funny.
Are you a big gal?
No.
All right.
Well, how tall and how much you weigh?
I'm 5'7" and 130.
Fat pig. No, I'm just kidding. Hey, so were you making a duty in there just now?
Yes, I was. I'm kind of sick right now.
Oh, was it a flu shit?
Oh,
it's
Yes,
great.
I had to hang up to run to the bathroom.
Ew.
And I'm at a truck stop.
Ugh.
Jesus. Is it running
truck
down your
stop
leg?
Bathroom?
Yes.
Ew.
The truck stop bathrooms are amazing.
So you know what part probably has like a little bit of diarrhea shit splattered? Where the ass cheek meets the back of the leg?
Yeah, she's got a little in there.
You ever wipe back there and you get like a piece of fucking butterscotch colored? You're like, oh boy.
Jesus.
Oh, God.
Doo-doo splattered.
Doo-doo splattered, yes. Oh, well, you sound like a charmer.
Yes, you do.
Thank you.
Well, thank you.
All right.
It was a hot dream, too.
Go fix your, go wipe now.
Yeah, it's a great dream you had. Amazing.
There
All
you
right.
go.
Best dream stories ever.
Yeah, you and Aunt had a...
What is that, Danny?
It's an action shot
What is it?
Oh, it's
of Liquid Duty. It's some girl, an Asian girl, surprisingly, bent over, and she's in
mid-liquid shit.
Mid-shit stream.
Is she trying to do a tub girl? There's only one tub girl. What is she doing?
The Asians aren't happy unless their shit can go right down the drain without flushing. They love a liquidy shit in that fucking part of the world.
Certainly do. It comes out like miso soup.
They're not happy unless it's a light brown kind of a tan color.
Yeah.
Ken picked up on the measurements of that last girl that was on the show. Ken from Texas. You're on the Opie and Anthony show. Ken.
Hey, boys. Hi, Pumpkin.
Hi there, Angel Love.
Listen, don't be fooled by this girl. You can just hear her getting fatter over the phone, boys. You know that 130 actually means 150, and 5'7" means 5'5". She's a fudgy.
I don't know.
You know what? We just felt like not being mean for once. I think you might be right, though, Ken.
Even if she was fat, who cares? She's still a valid person.
I was just hoping.
Right. See you, boys.
I was hoping it was a better dream. Sucks.
I know, Anthony.
You were hoping for the sex dream. I know.
I want, yeah.
The sex dream.
Kind of sexy dream there.
Anthony's jumping up and down on a trampoline, and he just jumps off, and he's caught by Nazis. 10 of them just cradle him.
Caught.
Yeah, they cradle you.
Oh, I thought you meant
no, you're caught
like
so you
I was
don't
bad.
fall.
Right, they helped me.
And they fucking execute you for being a swarthy Italian. They're all perfect Germans.
Of course they are.
You're a greasy enemy.
They'd taken me at the end of the war. They were just taking everybody.
Yeah.
We got two very
Gypsy mongrel.
We got two very good stories of equal stupidity.
Cricket sucks.
Pick CD1 or CD2.
All right.
They're pretty much
Okay, I got it in my head.
pretty much two dummies dying.
Okay, I have it in my head.
I guess CD2.
No, it was 1.
No, one is in CD1, and another one's in CD2.
Oh, I guess there's one in each one then.
I'll pick 1.
2.
All I'm saying is pick
No, I meant I pick 1.
Oh.
This is Smothers Brothers shit we're doing here.
It's funny. This is a very
Investigators say a worker at Cocoa Services was loading chunks of raw chocolate into a melting tank when he slipped and fell. Several employees tried to help out but couldn't reach him.
There are paddles called agitators that are moving inside this vat. He was hit by one of them before someone could hit the shutoff valve.
An EMT consoled another worker after he jumped in and tried to pull the man out. But the vat was 8 feet deep and full of melted chocolate heated to 120 degrees.
And this man unfortunately fell into this hole and he passed away before anyone could do anything about it.
What a way to go.
I know, full stomach.
Delicious.
What happened with what are those paddles called?
Agitators.
How do they work?
I don't think it's
go
good.
like, like
circle?
a blender kind of a thing. Like, ever see a dough mixer at a restaurant or something? That
I think you meant a banker.
No. Please. About some guy that goes and hangs in parties with female deer. To the dough mix for this evening.
I got it.
That's horrible. Shit.
You know what it is? It's a guy that has too many Ray Me's and Faso Lattes in a row.
Come on, idiot. Mix it up a little.
Yeah, an agitator's not good. It's agitating everything.
Yeah, agitators aren't good.
You're not going to survive the agitator.
Shit.
That's an agitator?
That'll
There's
agitate.
a lot of different agitation devices. And this is one of them.
Well, the thing in your washing machine is called an agitator.
Okay.
E-Rock is an agitator.
He sure is.
Yeah.
He would have eaten his way out of there, though. He
would have.
Just a fucking chubby kid with a fucking...
Oh, look at that one. Wow, that's an agitator.
Do you think the guy started hardening like an Easter bunny? Chocolate Easter bunny?
A chocolate casing?
Yeah, like
Or they
a
just
chocolate-
leave him there?
Well, who the fuck's going to hose him off?
Clean him up?
As he's dead with chocolate all over.
Remember, what killed him? Just leave him in chocolate in the coffin. It'll look great.
Remember Larry? He was delicious.
Yeah, you just chip off his nose.
Yeah.
Eat it.
Give me one of Larry's Tootsies. I'm hungry.
Look, if any of my family members die in this way, open casket and we don't wash the chocolate off. Let's at least have a laugh.
That's right. Oh, God damn.
That's right.
That's frightening.
This
Danny.
guy was a real...
Oh, my God.
This guy was a fondouche.
Fondue. What is that a commercial for?
It's an old Axe body spray commercial. It's been getting a lot of airplay recently.
The
That's
guy's
the chocolate
made of
man.
Chocolate, yeah, chocolate man
covered
was
guy.
walking around. He's kind of scary.
Yeah.
Look, his arm is missing.
Yeah.
People are
just
eating
biting him.
Suck his cock.
She
bit his ass.
She just ate his ass.
Bit his ass. Ate his ass. She's got brown all around her mouth. That was kind of cool.
Doo-doos.
Mike in Jersey. Mike.
Yeah, I guess you could say was
Mike.
death by chocolate.
You ever have that? It's wonderful.
Watching out, boys.
Think he actually died. Mongo the trucker. Mongo.
Did the corner lick them clean like the old paint bed or the old batter mixers?
Oh boy.
See,
It was
I
good.
didn't even hear you.
Oh, boy, you were there though.
What'd you say, dude?
No, Jimmy. I ain't gonna
Yeah. You know, Mongo knows that gag.
Yeah, I guess so.
More to the story.
A few hours later, distraught family members arrived at the gate wanting to know what happened.
He fell in and died, idiots.
He was never negative. He's always smiling.
He was the sweetest man we knew.
Guess what? Positive people die. You know what is
Sweetest man. This is just not like him to die in a vat of chocolate.
I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, he loved his wife.
We
and
didn't
his
realize
kids.
he had problems.
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
He was the sweetest man we knew.
He was never negative. He's always smiling and laughing.
The victim was
I didn't know he was a
29-year-old
snicker.
Oh, here we go. Pen's out.
What?
What?
Here come the candy bar jokes. Candy bar jokes will be accepted on the phone lines.
All right.
And go. Let me say hi to Joe on Long Island. Joe.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, man.
Hi, man.
Listen, did the Oompa Loompas come out and start singing to this guy?
Sing a song about him. Then he's just gone.
We've got an agitator for you.
Once again, very low, so why are you even playing it?
Oh.
If you are wise, you'll listen to me.
What
do you get when you guzzle down sweets? Eating as much as an elephant eats.
Whoa.
What are you at? Getting terribly fat. What do you think will come of
that?
I don't like the look of it.
All right, let's turn it down.
This is fucking rules.
Yeah. Really fits.
So I'm gonna
You
say
will drink cum Oompa Loompa. Steve Jobs.
someone is saying that the Smothers Brothers had a song called "I Fell in a Vat of Chocolate."
Really?
Now that would be a find.
Well, of course.
Now, let's
it
get to the
would.
second half of the story out of the way here.
A few hours later, distraught family members arrived at the gate wanting to know what happened.
He was a good kid. He was never negative. He's always smiling and laughing.
The victim was
Not
29-year-old
always.
Vincent
I bet
Smith
there was
Jr.
one
of
part where he
Camden.
wasn't
He was a
smiling and laughing.
temporary who'd only been on the job a couple weeks.
Oh, boy.
His brother says he'd been looking for work for a long time.
You know, he just prayed really hard to get a job, and God finally answered his prayers. And
I don't
as
think
Mad said, he was always so positive. You know,
God.
and,
What?
you know,
I guess God needed a popsicle.
just for it to happen like this, you know, and not
God
to know
needed a
exactly what
delicious treat
happened.
that was
You know,
screaming.
having nobody wanted to come speak to us is just hard. You know, it seems like they're trying to cover something up or hide something. You know.
He shouldn't have fell. He should have held on, but he was such a butterfinger.
Oh, bull.
Yeah. Oh.
I fell in a vat of chocolate. What'd you do when you fell into the chocolate?
I died. Oh.
Yes. My spleen was knocked out through my asshole, and then I vomited into the chocolate and was scarred and died.
It's good until the agitator spun.
Yes. It sounds fun, but you don't think of swallowing delicious snack food. You think of being suffocated in scalding liquid.
You can't hear anything now.
You know
now
what?
you just can't hear anything out of that room.
Mars, can we get Mars?
There's nothing going
How
on.
can this happen?
I can't even express how heated I am right now and annoyed.
As heated as that guy that fell in the vat?
that's way hotter,
It's
dude.
about 120.
Way the fuck hotter. Why is that the problem today?
We really, I don't know what it sounds out there. I like to call it out in Radio Land, but we can't hear the audio. It's so low.
So annoying. All right. At the end of this clip, the guy said something about what are they covering up. I just got to hear that part again. I'm not sure if it's,
You know, just for it to happen like this, you know, and not to know exactly what happened, and you know, having nobody wanted to come speak to us is just hard. You know, it seems like they're trying to cover something up or hide something. You know.
You shouldn't say cover up.
Cover up, yeah, in lovely milk chocolate.
Right. Look, the guy slipped into the stupid vat of chocolate. It's very unfortunate.
It happens. Nobody wanted the guy to go in the chocolate.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
They have to clean the whole vat out.
Right. It's a pain in the ass for everybody.
And you know they're going to reuse that vat. So someone's going to be eating chocolate that was made from dead guy vat.
Oh,
it's great. His fucking shoes, I'd probably shit on them.
Denver Pest says he heard the guy was having mounds of fun. He slipped into that whatchamacallit.
Told you. Here come the.
But you know what?
Oh,
Fucking the family's already filed a lawsuit. They want $100,000.
I think they might just get a payday. Whoa.
Oh my God! You know what the problem was? He had his iPod on. He was listening to M&M's.
Jesus.
Well, that's terrible. What a horrible story.
Yeah.
Quick, Candy.
Candy. They should
Candy.
play the Candyman can at his wake.
Oh God, they never want to hear that song again.
Nope. Let's go to.
Who can make the sun rise?
Oh, where's Fred Travolino when you need him?
Sprinkle it with dew. Yeah.
Fill his pants with dew. As the agitator cracked his spine in two.
And turns his body into goo.
That clumsy asshole can. The clumsy asshole can. He slips into the vat because he's a clumsy asshole. And he has slippy shoes.
Slippy shoes.
Who stands on the vat rim?
falls in on his head. The agitator spin, and now he's pretty dead. The
clumsy asshole
can.
I only have one eye, and even I never did that. The clumsy asshole did.
On-air feed is fine. Volume in studio monitors is screwed. They've known about it for weeks, and they are working on it.
Okay, good. So only we can hear. That's
Great,
nice.
but all right.
As long as we
What do you Rick in New York. Rick.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, Rick.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Okay.
Yeah, the only thing about that is if you buried him with the chocolate on him, Revo now would show up and protest about trying to bury a snigger.
Oh, God. Why?
Why,
That's
sir?
not even... I don't even...
Oh, yeah.
God.
Did Mr. Goodbar get a lot of Snickers from the coroner?
Talk about trying to...
he leaves behind a little daughter.
Oh, does he?
Yeah, that's...
At least he didn't take her with him.
Well,
leaves her behind good things.
Scott C. from Cleveland, he leaves behind a little daughter, little baby Ruth.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see that one coming. Jesus Christ.
Actually.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have liked his. I wouldn't have liked the taste of him anyway. He comes with nuts. Ouch.
Let me say hi to Bill in Buffalo. Bill in Buffalo.
I hate nuts.
You don't like them?
I hate nuts and chocolate.
Oh, I don't like them in chocolate either. I like them when they're in a big greasy ball sack.
That's the only way to take your nuts.
Hell yeah.
Jesus.
Fucking sweaty and nervous with fucking big mat of hair on them. Nice short taint ride to the asshole. Big pair of greasy workman's balls. Big low hangers. They fucking pop out of the side of his boxer briefs all the time. Get sweat on them.
Hello, Bill.
Hey, guys, how you doing?
Hey, Bill,
man.
Stating the obvious. Chocolate rain.
Yes. Agitator against my brain. Chocolate rain. Pull my legs out separately from my head.
Again, chocolate rain. 120-degree chocolate causes pain. Chocolate rain.
All right, let's say hi to Mike in Jersey. Mike.
Good morning.
Hey. Good morning.
Is this guy now a special darky?
See, I don't get that either.
Footer.
Hey.
Footer.
Hi,
Yo, what's up, boys? Hey, unfortunately, I heard this guy Rolo'd into the vat of chocolate.
All right. We're back on track. Terry the trucker. Terry.
Pokey and corny.
Hey, morning, boys. Did that accident happen down there on 5th Avenue?
It happened on Fifth Avenue. Wow.
Fifth Avenue.
What a coincidence.
An awful candy bar. The Fifth Avenue.
I don't remember what that was.
Oh, it's just horrible.
I thought it was just like a little wrapper with rich white lady feet in it.
Little toes.
Yeah. Little white lady toes.
Yeah. Chocolate covered. Sean in Albany.
Hey, guys, I hear his family just wanted to give him one last kiss.
Oh.
See?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's say hi to Joe in Jersey. Joe.
Hey, how you doing? Did the foreman come out and tell the family, listen, I'm not going to sugarcoat
it? John in North Carolina.
The worst part was at the funeral when they rolled the casket into the back of the Hershey. His wife just failed to read the speeches, man. It was awful.
Wow, your other line would have been way better.
Yep.
It says on the screen here. Yeah, go with the other line.
He was a great guy. He was always laughing, cutting up, playing Twix on people. He was a great guy.
Playing Twix on people. I get it.
That's cool. As you said that, a gunshot should have just rang out and ended that phone call.
Let's see what Florida has. Robert in Florida. Robert.
It's the chocolate on the skin or it gets the hose because
damn.
Punching out.
Did they say if he was skinny or a little chunky? How,
let's go to Atlanta. Alex?
Yeah, I think his coworkers asked him what would he do for a Klondike bar.
Yes, Anthony in Boston. Anthony, almost done with this. Anthony.
Morning, gentlemen.
Hey.
I was wondering if people used to call him a nougat when he was young.
All right.
Chris and PA.
Oh. Hold on a second. That joke was so awful. I want to swing a medieval mace at his face. Like one of those fucking spiked balls on a chain. I want to wind up and just smash his face with it.
That's really not liking someone.
You hear the whoosh of the metal ball, and you feel like it's his cheekbone. I'm sorry, man. Go ahead.
Chris and PA.
I bet you can hear his bones crackle throughout the plant.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Crackle.
Ooh. Captain Eddie from New Hampshire, the last thing his coworkers heard was a Nestle's Crunch.
Yeah.
Oh, really? I didn't know this. Stryker. What do you got, Stryker?
Hey, buddies. Hey, I heard his wife's name was Peppermint Patty.
What a coincidence. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy
sad.
It's amazing how fast I can hate this bit.
Yeah, I know.
Hate it.
How much do you hate it?
Fucking horrendous.
Let's go to Steve in Nevada. Steve.
Hey, what's up, boy?
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Yeah.
Hey, I just wanted to say I had an uncle that used to work at the Guinness factory, and he drowned in one of the vats. Took him 3 hours to drown, but he had to get out 3 times to take a piss. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Nothing?
No.
Yeah, you're getting it right now.
Exactly. A tumbleweed actually blew across the fucking speakers.
I think we say end
Holy
cut.
shit.
And scene. Was he going to the Kit Kat Club?
Yeah, where were you headed? Kit Kat Club?
Yeah. Show me how you get crushed by an agitator. Boy, that must have sucked when he fell in. That thing just bashed his head apart.
Wow.
Oh, I was injured in a chocolate machine. It was agitating me.
Yeah, that's got it.
You think he slipped because he had Butterfingers? Did we
listen to the replay?
Oh, I got that one.
You'll
All right,
you'll love it the
boy.
first
All
time.
right, good. I wasn't sure if we got the Butterfingers one in there.
Yeah. Everyone's just repeating them now.
All right,
There's just nowhere to go with this except fucking home.
That's one of 2 silly deaths. Here's the second silly
there's a
death.
second silly death.
And then we got to vote on which one is sillier.
Silly.
Police say a fishing trip for 2 South Texas men turned deadly.
Police
when
say a fishing trip for 2 Southeast men and deadly. Police say a fishing trip. What an annoying voice.
She's talking like somebody who just scalded the inside of her mouth with hot tea.
I can't really talk right now. I've had some Novocaine.
What's wrong with her?
Burned her mouth on hot pizza.
You're not talking properly.
She was sucking the dick of the guy that had just fallen into the steaming hot chocolate, piping hot.
How? His dick was very hot. It burned the roof of my mouth.
Police say a fishing trip for 2 South Texas men turned deadly when a swarm of bees attacked the pair, and one of the men jumped or fell into a canal and drowned. Authorities say it's not clear if 51-year-old Emiterio Garcia...
Oh, my God. The bees didn't fucking kill him. The water did.
Water got him.
I thought this was going to be a silly death because I really thought that to get away from the bees, the guy went in the water and said, all right, I'll just fucking keep my head under the water until the bees are gone.
Stay here.
And then fucking drowned himself.
Drown?
Died from bee stings or drowned, but an autopsy is scheduled. They say he was fishing with a friend Tuesday night when the bees attacked. Garcia's friend was able to escape danger by getting into the vehicle of a passing motorist, but they say Garcia either jumped or fell into the canal.
What's her deal? Does she run out of air?
She's awful.
She does. This wants to sound very nice.
You know what probably happened?
Articulate everyone.
The guy went to cast his line in, and as he threw his fucking hook back, it probably grabbed a hornet nest. The bees were like, what the fuck, dude?
You think they got angry at that?
Dude, you know the bees get angry.
How mad would they be?
YouTube is fun because you can watch angry bees. They fucking hate when you pester the nest.
Oh, please. I want to see some pestered bees.
They go from happy to really angry like
They just,
that.
You know what it is? They lightly, gently buzz around their hive, their little hanging hive thing. And then the second you fuck it up, they're like, ah!
Right.
They're so angered.
They're just happy to be alive.
Oh, those are angry bees.
Yeah, they leave a camera sometimes set up outside the bees and they film them.
They blew something up
around.
there.
Oh, the bees attacked the
that
camera?
gave me the heebie-jeebies.
Yikes.
Heebie-jeebies.
Yikes.
There's a lot of bees around that camera. Or would you be getting stung like fucking all get up?
Oh, my man, God, if you were there.
Where is that, Danny? It looks like a pile of rocks. Is that it?
Beeville, I think it's.
Beeville, USA.
It's B-Town.
Holy shit, they're not happy.
No, they are they're just bouncing into the camera lens trying to sting it.
Dude, how big is that fucking nest? Can we see the explosion, Dan?
No, we can't.
Did they blow up the nest, or was it?
Looks like it.
Like a rock, or?
Looks like they blew it up, and then
it was.
The fucking bees were like, now what?
What the fuck?
I need an explanation. Oh, they blew up a big rock that was blocking something, or... Oh, I don't know. I
guess they obviously disturbed a
bee's nest was there somewhere. Boy, is that infuriating them.
Oh, and, I know we're moving on from the chocolate story, but we really got one more really good one, all right?
Oh, no,
It's
happened?
Scott in Cleveland. This could be the best one yet. Scott?
Hello, boys.
Hey.
Happy birthday, Jimmy.
Thank
He
you.
would have held on to the railing, but he had butter fingers.
Oh, God. Wait a minute. All right. Could be the best one yet. Holy shit. How do you miss it that many times?
I don't know.
3 times.
I missed it.
Oh, let's see. What do we got?
What?
If this is what I'm thinking of, it's
Yeah, I've seen this. These are these giant Japanese bees, the hornets.
What? Are they a problem?
Are they nasty looking?
Yeah, like
Are they a problem?
monsters.
30 of these can kill 30,000 honeybees.
No, that's crazy.
30 hornets killed 30,000 honeybees.
These Japanese hornets, and they attack honeybee hives. They're not Africanized honeybees, but docile ones. And
they slow them down by they liquid shit all over the hive first.
But look at this. These fucking dude. Look at the size of them compared to regular bees. They're beheading these bees.
They just bite their heads off.
I love the slow motion.
It's amazing footage.
Well, why is that tiny little bee trying to fucking attack the big thing?
Back. They're brave, the little guys.
Just fly away.
Look at these. They fucking just.
Fuck the queen bee. Move on.
Dude, what idiots these bees are.
These hornets come in and just bite the heads off of the other bees.
Amazing.
One after another.
I would get out of there.
Nothing those bees could do about it. And there was nothing we could do about it.
Did you really say heebie-jeebies?
That is, yes.
Oh, boy.
Great footage.
They are kicking the Oh, look, he bit that bee in half, and it's still trying to fight.
Well, if I was a honeybee, I would amstray out of there.
Oh, I'd be gone so fast. Look at it, it's climbing up his buddy.
It's just these bees. You Google Japanese hornets on fucking YouTube, and they attack this honeybee nest. It is really
They're just
fucking
biting
horrifying.
them in half.
Yeah.
That's what they do. They can bite them in half so quickly.
Aren't they like 4 times the size of these fucking bees?
Yeah. Oh, god damn. That is some great photography, though.
Yeah, they probably just leave a couple still cat. How do they know that the bees are going to attack that?
Yeah, it's probably
I'm sure they set it up.
Fucking
for a nice video. Why not?
Look at that fucking thing as a monster.
Yeah. The Japanese hornets are gigantic, dude. They kill people.
Yeah?
When they swarm, they do. They show how they actually track a Japanese hornet nest, because they're really fucking deadly, man. They'll catch one in a net, and they show footage of a guy.
There's a net.
What's that?
Nothing.
There's a guy will actually grab the bee while it's alive, and he ties a fucking string to its little bee feet, and it hangs down, and they watch it with binoculars, and they can see by the string flying where it's going.
Really?
And then they have an idea where the nest is, and then they go back at night and burn it. See if you can find that, tracking the Japanese hornet or whatever. Or it's fucking... The fact that somebody will touch this thing... I'm sorry, I'm screaming. The fact that somebody will touch this thing while it's alive is just really scary.
Did you see how they ravage the inside of that hive, too?
Oh, dude, they just want some honey.
They rip apart the little pods that the little babies are in.
Yeah.
Ooh, they're so nasty. I think that's the one we just watched.
Yeah, Dan, thanks for nothing.
I'm all like... Are you like itchy and stuff? I
Dude,
feel
Japanese
like
hornets
things are
are like
crawling
that
on
big.
me.
No, the bees,
I get
show
little
that one on the finger.
I get all yucky.
Living
I'm
hornet.
such a faggot.
This is not a Japanese hornet, but this is like the equivalent of one.
Yes.
But they're very docile away from the nest, apparently.
Are they?
Yeah. Look at the size
Like
of
a
this
little
hornet.
carrying case for him.
He's petting him.
No, he's not. He's keeping his finger out.
Stupid.
He's patting him, Jimmy.
He has honey.
What's wrong with this guy? He's just
petting
touching
him.
it.
He's tussling his little bee head.
Oh, I want to see it sting him so bad.
It doesn't.
He has honey on his finger, and the thing is eating it.
Yeah.
Look at that fucking thing.
Look how cute
I
it is.
am petrified.
Coochie, coochie, coo.
That bee is
This is my worst nightmare.
Why? The bee loves the
If
fucking
it had snot
human.
coming out of its little
Look at the size of that bee, though.
It's as big as his thumb.
Yeah, it's a gigantic bee.
Ugh!
And it's not hurting him.
Stinger is laying right on the guy's finger.
You wouldn't let that bee do that?
I would run like a fucking bitch if I even saw that thing. I would run. I'd be going, ah!
You got to see them catch it in the net, and then the guy reaches in and grabs it. And he fucking just ties a string to its feet. It's amazing.
I feel things on me.
Hey, I don't want to lose this. Someone said that Penn and Teller have a bee stunt that you got to see. It's fucking insane.
It's probably fake.
Oh, Cigars and Scotch. He's good. You have to Google Penn and Teller's bee stunt.
But it's got to be fake, right?
I don't know.
Because they're magicians.
Try Japanese hornet nest.
They're magicians.
Well, where are we going to go? The Penn and Teller or...
I want to see the footage of them catching this bee with his bare hands, like touching it. I would never touch a bee. Even if it was dead.
No, even dead bees. No. I remember being a kid. This happened to every kid. You see a dead bee laying on the ground, you go to fuck with them. You know, you push him around a little. And that last little stingy muscle is still kicking.
Oh, yeah?
And he gets you. He goes, good. I got you.
What did Penn and Teller do? Bees.
It's like when they have it's like the guy with the grenade underneath him. He's dead. Then you turn him over. Boom. Blows you up. Right.
Let's see if the Penn and Teller thing's worth taking a look at real fast.
I don't like bees.
Penn and Teller bees.
You know, there's a certain kind of rivalry among magicians, a kind of one-upmanship. And we get compared once in a while to Sigmund and Leroy.
How old
the
is this?
Vegas act.
Pretty old.
I guess because they're the other two-man magic act. And everybody gets all excited because they produce 5 Bengal tigers out of empty boxes. Well, you want wild animals? We got wild animals. Teller, Bilda Tila, ein, zwei, drei.
Bees coming out of his fist.
6, 7. Okay, so they're not Bengal tigers, but they are alien, 6-legged, hairy monsters capable of injecting your flesh with a deadly poison. Yes, they're bees. But I know what you're thinking. You're saying to yourself, yeah, but Sigmund and Leroy putting those little tigers in the little tiny boxes must have killed a few. They probably have more than 5 tigers that they've produced in their life. So let's do a number equal to every tiger Sigmund and Leroy ever produced. There we go. There's for all the ones they produced other times. And what about all the little bunnies and doves and kittens that they ever pulled out of anywhere? I think we've covered Sigmund and Leroy. Let's one of the other magicians. Doug Henning, here's your whole act. And Doug, there's your life, Doug Henning. There's every single animal Doug Henning ever produced in his life. While we're at it, let's go with Blackstone. You got your Copperfield. You got your Thurston. You got your Kreskin. I know what you're thinking. Kreskin's a mentalist, but I'm sure he pulled a bunny or two in his life. And besides, this bee right here reads minds at least as well as Kreskin. How about all the amateur magicians? Here's the amount of animals produced by all the amateur magicians in North America. Those are all the scouts.
A pot full of bees.
All those North America. That counts Canada.
Camera guy's
that counts Mexico. South America. I think we got South America. Here's South America. South America's over here. I made a mistake. South America's now on my hands.
Dumping bees all over the fucking place.
Okay, we got South America. We got, there's Antarctica. Every animal produced in Antarctica is stinging me. Right next to Greenland. And we also got Europe and Africa covered here. Goes to Europe and Africa. Europe and Africa.
More bees.
Another couple of bees.
Australia. We'll put another bee on the Barbie. And how about Japan? You want Japan? They love livestock in Japan. Here's Japan. China.
He pounded his bees fell out of it.
The trouble producing animals in China is now ready to produce some more. And
they're on his forehead.
We don't want to do all one kind of animal, do we? There's another kind of animal we want to do too.
Still pouring bees out.
He's pouring bees out of cups.
Out of a hat.
A rabbit out of a hat?
There's nothing at all scary about a rabbit, is there? Well, how about
rips the rabbit open.
He opens the rabbit, there's bees in it.
How many children watching tonight are going to be talking about that to a court-appointed psychiatrist?
Wow.
We have it. Sigmund and Leroy.
Yeah, he's getting stung.
We have 1 million bees in this. Okay, it's not 1 million bees, more like 100,000 bees.
He's opening the pot with more bees in it.
Jesus, pouring more bees out.
Now, it's 1 million
Now the bees are on the camera lens.
You all lives. It is your move.
In his hair.
On his head. Why is he doing this?
Try this at home.
And he's not being quiet. They're screaming.
All right.
Holy shit.
All right, listen.
Wow.
I don't know if Penn is up right now, but could we try to get a hold of him?
What the
fuck? I know a lot of his people listen to this show. If we can get Penn on the phone real fast, I got to know about that trick.
The fuck
he was
that's
yelling
about?
with. You're supposed to be quiet. A beard of bees. You got to just kind of hang out and hope they don't bug you.
Please don't do this. Don't.
Holy shit! You got to see that for yourself. Just type in Penn and Teller.
No,
bees.
that wasn't some kind of stunt.
Hell
trick
no.
Dude, they were all over his fucking face and hair. There's no way that was a stunt.
Hell fucking no. That is amazing. Wow. What is he saying here?
They don't tell you much over 5 bee stings. But we got all these allergy tests. And we had a nurse standing by, and both Teller and I had EpiPens around our necks. And we were told how to look at the symptoms in each other. Because the way you die from bee stings is you go into anaphylactic shock. And what happens is your blood pressure goes so low. Your veins and arteries go from, this is the way it was explained to me, I'm probably wrong. I'm sure someone will correct me, you guys are good at that. But it goes from like, this, whatever size it is to much bigger. And your blood, even though your heart keeps pumping, your blood can't move it. Like, it's like a stream going into a pond, was the way it was explained. The pond can't flow. So you suffocate while still breathing in your heart. That's anaphylactic shock. So we both had EpiPens around our neck, which are essentially speed. And the nurse was there and also gave us speed. And there was an ambulance there to take us to the hospital. And then we did this bee thing. And we produced like 1 million bees. And because Teller was producing them, they were flying away from him. And we tried to look into, animals, insects that looked just like bees, but weren't and wouldn't sting. And that didn't work. There was just no animals we could get like that. So we ended up using real bees. We used about 1 million of them. And because Teller was dumping them on me and because I was trying to keep talking, they would get trapped in different parts of my body, my neck and stuff, and they would sting me.
Oof.
And during it, and you can see this, it's all over YouTube, I get stung on the roof of my mouth by a bee while I'm talking. And I flick the stinger and spit it out. And, Jane Curtin, who was a guest on the show. Remember Jane Curtin? Of course you do. She was, she's still on SNL and stuff. She was on a big, successful show after that that I never watched. And she said that she couldn't believe how I kept going after I was stung in the mouth. And I said, well, if I didn't keep going, I'd have to do it again. So I think that the pussy way was to keep going. The brave way would have been to start and go back to zero. But at the end of the whole thing, I was stung over 20 times. Jesus. About 25 times.
That's actually not that bad.
And we had to come out. We had to strip completely naked and be vacuumed off from the bees. Vacuumed off, okay? Want to vacuum me off? And we had to strip. There was a live audience. We had to strip naked and be cleaned out of the bees and then go on to the rest of the show. And
why wouldn't that be the closer?
We did that about noon.
You're right.
And I worked until about, midnight or 1 on the show. And then went back home, and I was living with New York City. She was a model at the time. Of course. You know that thing where you stand in the doorway of the bathroom while the person with whom you're sleeping, brushes their teeth and gets undressed. You just kind of chat, And she was doing that kind of stuff, She didn't wear much makeup, but maybe, combing her hair or doing some sort of ablutions. And I was standing in the doorway exhausted and just kind of taking my shirt off and taking my pants off. When I took my underwear off, all the skin of my scrotum, the outer layer, stuck to the inside of my underwear. Jesus. I peeled it off. And you might have to stop watching here. It's going to get rather graphic. Just so you know. I'll give a warning. Maybe so.
All right, we got to stop.
No!
What?
Turn it on.
No, he said stop.
I want to hear.
He warned us.
But Opie, he warned others,
God
not
damn
us.
It.
We're tough cookies.
Just so you know, I'll give a warning. Maybe Sony will put up a warning at the top of this that this is not for people who are squirmish about bleeding ball sacks. That should be not for those who are squeamish about bleeding ball sacks. So I pulled down my underwear, and the skin was stuck to it. Not a lot of skin, but like when you have that sunburn that peels, like that kind of tissue paper skin. But underneath it was just like raw and red, and my balls were just didn't have any of that like tension in them. You know how they kind of, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. And so I just do this, and I'm kind of horrified. But I look up, and my girlfriend is like whatever horrified I am, like, you know, by times 7. and I look up at her, and she's looking at me, and I say, I have an ectoskeleton. In order to get bigger, I have to molt. Was my joke. She didn't laugh. So this horrible thing. And she says, let's go to the doctor right now. And I say, I'm too tired to go to the doctor. And then I looked at her and said, and I guess a blowjob is out of the question. And then I went to bed. And got up the next morning, and there's blood all over my scrotum. And the skin is still gone and peeling around the edges. So I called my doctor, who was a friend of mine, like I knew him, I was on a first name basis and stuff. And I called him up and I said, yo, you know, all the skin's peeling off my ball sack. And he says to me, cool, I want to see it. And I said, well, I can't really see it. You can't really see it because I have to work all day. So I'll try to get in like tomorrow or the day after, but I really have to get this show done. We're doing this show for NBC. And he said, I know. But you're going to have to come in. And I said, no, I really can't. He said, oh, put it this way. You either come in or I will have the Board of Health shut down your show because all the skin off your ball sack, you got to come in. So I went into him and I sit down and he says to me, so what's up? And I go, I don't know. Just all the skin came off my balls. And he looks and he goes, what have you done different lately? And I said, I don't know. He goes, what have you been eating? It's shellfish? I go, no. I haven't been eating shellfish with my balls. And when he said, what did you have to eat? I said, I had a cheeseburger and I had a pizza. That's all I ate at that time. That's all I want to eat now. He said, well, I got to talk to you. And then he goes over and he shuts the door so the receptionist can't hear. And he sits down quietly and says, I know you've always told me you don't do any drugs, but we have to talk now because this is an allergic reaction to the impurities in street heroin. And I say, well, no, I'm not doing heroin. I never even had a drink. And he goes, listen, you're done lying to me. This is impurities injected into your system. Wow. And I said, no, it's not. And then he has me roll up my sleeves, And I said, I don't have track marks. I don't do drugs. And he's like really like serious. There's like a whole tone in the room that's like the principal's office. It's like total bummer, but it's also principal's office coupled with that like compassion, like, intervention compassion. Like I've never seen that before, but I've seen it in movies. It was like, ah. And I go, no, I'm not on drugs. I'm like, what? No, Mom, just give me a Pepsi. I'm not on drugs, Was that Minor Threat? They might have to blip that out because it's probably a lyric. But it's like, it's like Minor Threat. I'm all like Minor Threat, trying to convince him I'm not on drugs. And then he's sitting there going, well, it's got to be something. And then he says out of the blue, because he'd helped us with the allergy stuff, well, did you do the bee thing yet? And I said, it wasn't even on the subject, And I said, yeah, we did it. Yeah. Or I guess he said, when are you going to do the bee thing? And I said, we did it yesterday. And he said, did you get stung? And I said, yeah, I get stung, about 25 times. And he said, get the fuck out of my office. You are too stupid to have a doctor. You got injected by 25 dirty little needles yesterday, and this is an allergic reaction that's centered on your ball sack. That's all it is. If you just said on the phone you got stung that much, you wouldn't even have to come in, you stupid asshole. Put some cream on it and get the fuck out of my office. And then I went in that afternoon to do an interview with CNN, and I said, here's something for your Christmas reel. And I pulled down my pants and showed him my balls. So somewhere, maybe if you know a CNN guy or something, somewhere in their vaults for their Christmas reel, there's a shot of my balls with all the skin off it, with the bees. And my girlfriend at the time was running around telling everybody about what my ball sack looked like. And then it stopped. and my scrotum got all better, and then it moved on to the tops of my feet where all the skin peeled off, and then I was fine. So that's what I'm here to tell you today.
Why wouldn't you say that first at the doctor's, though? I would have called up and said, I got stung yesterday, my balls are peeling.
Yeah, that would be the first thing, right?
Yeah.
You would kind of make that...
I kind of get the impression it takes a teller or pen a long time to tell a story.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
But he had no pressure. He just had his camera. And he
Get
was
to
just,
the point.
You know, we have the pressure of trying to get to the point.
Yeah.
He actually did a really good radio show.
Yeah, he did actually.
Yeah. He had a really good radio show. Someone's saying the story's bullshit.
Why?
Teddy in North Carolina. Teddy.
The bee story's bullshit.
Why is that?
They won't make you swell like that. Within the first 5 minutes, you'll know if you're allergic or not.
Well, maybe it was an allergic reaction like, I don't know.
Well, it wasn't the allergic reaction to the bee sting is what he was saying. That's different. This is an allergic reaction to like a secondary thing from the bee stings. You know?
Maybe he had gonorrhea and,
yeah.
His chick is like, what the fuck, dude? And he goes, oh, the bee fucking thing I did yesterday. Obviously, I got a allergic reaction and losing my testicle skin.
Does anybody work with bees?
Dude, the video...
I do. I like how you asked that question.
Like for the people out there, maybe?
Yes, I do. I know.
You don't, though.
I know.
Here's my dream in life. I don't know how this would happen, but then Anthony goes home and his house has a swarm of bees in it.
No!
And they're in his toilet.
No, I hate bees.
And when you shit, they creep out from under the rim and crawl into your hiney and your balls.
Oh no. Oh.
And fly up in between your legs and your face.
Hate bees.
All right, we got a guy that's going to back up that story. Marcus in North Carolina. Marcus.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey,
Last summer, about this time, I got stung 3 times right around my waistband, and I was driving my car, and I didn't realize it until the fucking yellow jackets were stinging me, so I pulled over, got out of the car. Well, about 3 days later, I noticed the swelling went from my waistband down towards my penis, man, and it's like my entire cock was numb. And you know how you get out of a swimming pool, like your fucking shit just shrinks? Well, my penis had, like, my balls are just shriveled up, man. And, like, you know the part, I'm circumcised, obviously. Well, it's like my foreskin, my penis took like a left-hand turn and stayed there for a while. And then my fucking foreskin just ballooned up, man, where the doctor cut it. It just kind of just ballooned up.
Are you nervous?
Oh, fuck yeah, I was nervous, man. Dude, my dad's a doctor, and I called my dad, and I'm like, Dad, dude, am I all right? And he's like, yeah, what's wrong? I'm like, these fucking bee stings went to the swelling went to my penis, dude. I don't know what to fucking do. And he's just like, fuck, you're all right, dude, you're all right.
Jesus.
Yeah, it was nasty, man. I didn't show my girlfriend for about a week, man. It was, I looked like a fucking little dwarf, man. It was nuts.
Wow,
Awesome.
I've never heard of that. That's so fucked up.
Right on, Marcus. Thank you. Hey, here's a guy. Who's supposedly wearing a bunch of bees right now. Brent, South Dakota.
All right, now I got a load of bees on my truck right now. 504 hives.
504 fucking hives. How many in each hive?
They estimate about 10,000 per hive.
And you're driving these somewhere, obviously.
5 million bees.
What?
Yeah, from
How do you?
Texas to North Dakota.
And what kind of truck is it? Is it closed like box truck? How do you keep them cool or warm or what?
It's a step deck, a flatbed, open trailer. You
Well, what if? But the bees got to fucking. What if they fly up and then
the hives are probably closed?
They do. We just throw a bee net over the top. It's just a net. You throw it over the top, and you can't stop during the day. You just drive, during the daylight hours and stop at night. They still get out though.
Wait a minute. So there's a net protecting them. Do they fly away from the hive, or do they stay pretty close?
They stay pretty close. Like if you stop at the truck stop or stop over to piss or anything, they'll fly out, and you'll lose a few that way. But otherwise, you just keep it moving there in the daytime.
Do they sting you or no?
Yeah, like some nights you don't get stung at all. Sometimes you get 10, 15 stings, and sometimes they swell up.
Fucking nightmare.
Hey, fuck that
Why
job.
are we just sitting here just casually listening to this guy? Your job is to fucking transport bees?
Wait, you get stung at night?
Oh, yeah, nighttime, daytime. So that night I got stung while I went to go sleep.
Hey, do you get extra money for transporting bees?
Yeah, they pay pretty good.
All right.
Better than the average load.
Well, how much do you get paid to take a load of bees somewhere?
$2.80 a mile.
$2.80 a mile? All right, how many miles you got to go?
1,600.
Wow, all right, that's a lot.
And yeah, we did not forget that we had a listener get stung in the ball bag.
Yeah.
Do we have that audio? Maybe we go to break with that today, E-Rock.
500 hives.
You're looking. Wow, there you go, Brent. Thank you for that story.
I guess they crawl into the. You know what happens is like some of them probably fly into the sleeper.
Yeah, yeah.
And at night he gets in there and he fucking lays on one.
They get everywhere, those little fuckers.
Yeah, they fall off your bee suit while you're getting changed out of it. So.
Right. Oh, my God. All right, man. Thank you.
I hate to have to wear a bee suit.
We got Psycho Bob calling back from Baltimore. Psycho Bob.
Yes, actually, this is Steve, the beekeeper, calling in, and I only manage hives where there are queens. Punching out.
Of course.
And one more. Chip in Virginia. Chip.
Hey there, Chip.
What's up?
Hey.
Hey, I got stung by, I don't know what kind of Japanese beetle that guy got stung by that shriveled up, but I got stung by 5 times on my dick, and the daggum thing swelled up to about the size of a 22-inch beer bottle, and my pee hole was turned inside out.
Why'd you get stung on the dick?
Yeah, how the fuck did you get stuck on your dick?
I was outside smoking a cigarette, and it's like they kept on attacking.
Would they go up
I was
your...
outside in my boxers. No, I went through my boxers.
Oh. I was doing push-ups over a hole.
No, but it's a scary feeling. You couldn't wear underwear, balls swelled all up. But
and your piss hole was like a pink sock?
Pretty much, it was bending inside out. You couldn't. There was no shape to it.
Be more funny. See, get it? Be.
Be more.
Be more funny.
Be. Punching out.
Thank you, Chip. Walker in Texas.
Walker, Texas.
Well, hello.
How's it going, boys?
Walker in Texas.
Hey, man.
What up?
I got a couple of fucked up stories for you.
Yeah.
As far as Texas I live in, we just had a whole swarm of Africanized bees decide to make their fucking home up here.
Yeah.
And I work for a fire department, and we have like a little hotel that was being renovated outside of town. And about a year later, after they got the place finished and people started stopping and staying there like that, we get a page to head out there for a bee infestation. We're thinking, okay, a couple of nests, no big deal, just knock them down,
right?
Get out of the way. We show up, and half this hotel is, like you see them on cartoons, while everybody's running from bees and stuff.
Yeah.
The whole place, there's people just running all over the place, and you just see like a little cloud of bees just following them around, right off the cartoons.
Unbelievable.
As soon as we pull up, these people try to rip our ambulance and fire truck apart, trying to get inside this thing and get away from the bees. But the fucked up deal is our protocol says, hey, you can't come in here. We have to lock them out until we get dressed, until we can step out and actually help them.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, these people are going nuts.
All right.
I hate those things.
Walker, we got to cut off your story. We got the band Jet here, and we got to take a break, let them set up. They're going to play a couple songs for us today. Thank you for your story, though. Walker in Texas.
I go.
We could have told a million African bee jokes for everybody, but we really have to take a break, get Jet in here. It looks like they're on a tight schedule because someone out there keeps checking their BlackBerry. So let's take a break, and we'll get Jet in here next to perform for us. We'll go to break with this from Derek and Steve.
The Opie and Anthony Institute for Etiquette presents How to Address a Little Person.
Midgets, okay.
Midgets.
Midgets.
They don't like that word.
Or a person of short stature. First, assume the proper stance.
Bend your knees and punch over at the lower back. Put your hands on your knees and look right at him, scrunch your nose and go, hi.
Next, acknowledgement of the subject.
They love having their hair tousled.
They do love that.
And lastly, commence conversation, but in a respectful manner.
Only talk to them in baby voices. That's how it is from now on. How are you? And what's your name?
And that is how you address a fucking midget. Sorry, a person of small stature.
How about the sausage legs? Do they mind that one? Muffin hands?
As brought to you by the Opie and Anthony Institute for Etiquette.
That's right, it's the Opie and Anthony Show in studio. Jet was by How long ago? Well, you probably wouldn't know. You guys do so much press, you wouldn't know.
No, it was a couple of years ago.
A couple of years ago, we had you on in our other studio, and man, you guys were great.
Thanks.
What have you guys been up to? It's been a while.
Being great.
Being great? Just you probably have never left the road since the last time we saw you guys.
We made our record in Austin.
You made your record in Austin? Mm-hmm. Is that place as cool as they say?
It's pretty great.
I hear it's nothing but really great clubs and
we had a good time. I mean,
awesome food, lots of great steakhouses, all that sort of stuff.
It's like
cool
always outside. All the bars are outside because it's so hot.
I think also being Australian is, it's.
You're from Australia.
You're from some place I never even heard of.
That's like a Flight of the Conchords. Something about Austin that we I think particularly identified with.
Yeah.
Why, the weather? You mean, or just the outdoor life?
I think the weather creates an atmosphere as well. It's kind of a pretty laid back place.
You guys, I know the single right now is out, and it's apparently doing very well. Is it doing well here, or is it out here, or is it just overseas?
It's doing well. It's we're getting like news in now because it's been out for a couple of weeks, and it's doing well. We're getting good news from Japan and good news from everywhere.
Are you guys finding it easier to get your music out there now that with social networking and
we're sort of doing the internet thing? So I mean,
it's the first time
everyone's very aware of us.
There was a time in rock radio, especially, it was really tough to get your song on the radio because it was very strict and it was ridiculous. There was a few program directors that controlled the whole damn thing, and now
I think the reins have been loosened.
But they were all playing the same kind of generic music, I think, for a while.
Right.
I think around 2003, 2004, bands like The Strokes and even Are You Gonna Be My Girl and songs like that sort of, I think, changed that format in a way, and people started opening up and playing sort of more, varied kind of records.
Right.
And so,
well, the cool thing too, you don't have to depend on the radio stations as much, is what I'm getting at. You can kind of push it out yourselves, which is nice.
It is nice, and it's the first time we've sort of really been doing that online thing for this record.
Right.
And there's the Twitter thing and all that sort of stuff.
You guys like the Twitter thing?
I mean,
we're big fans.
Yeah, I wasn't so into it at first, but because I was just like, I thought, I don't want to be so accessible to everybody, but then I got really into it because, you learn interesting things from your fans and stuff, and I never I didn't see that, so.
Yeah, we learn interesting things all the time. You suck. Shut up. Yeah.
You gotta watch it though, because you respond. You think it's a private response. When you send somebody like an @ response, you don't realize it's public the first time you tell a girl you have great tits or something like that. And your own girlfriend sees that, and you're like, oh, I thought that was private. Well, I feel stupid.
Yeah, you read some of the replies, and you're like, wait, and you're a fan of our show? Oh, all right. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, how do you guys handle the negative stuff that the fan? Because we all get it. I mean, does it really drive you nuts? Any of the horrible things the fans will say?
Used to, but we've been doing this for long enough now to just not care.
Yeah, but couldn't give a shit.
We're calloused.
Do you guys travel the world too? Where's your hot spots? America, or is there other countries that really?
Japan, where's your hot spots?
Japan? Actually, with our
tell me all about your hot spots.
Mine is 2 fingers deep.
What the hell? We always get like the South American fans are so like they're always telling us to come down, and unfortunately we haven't been able to yet. They're
South
they're
America.
Virulent, like they're big rock and roll fans.
Well, I heard Japan in there. Japan just seems like a fucking weird place.
Japan's really bizarre, and it's fantastic. It's awesome for us. They go crazy, and then just straight after they finish their applause, which always lasts for around like 3.5 seconds,
diarrhea comes out of their ass, and they videotape it for the web.
They're like these weird. They have a weird polite culture, right? It's like didn't they used to think interrupting the song, like because Kiss said they would play there, and it would just be weird because they weren't doing what American audiences. They were just kind of sitting on their hands, watching and enjoying the show.
Yeah, we thought they hated us when we first went there. Then we realized that they were actually being really respectful.
Yeah, and listening.
They're trying to listen to what if you speak after the song, so they clap and then they just stop, and you're just like, "What? Do we suck?" And they're
like
just waiting to hear if you say anything because they need to listen.
That's
like they're all plugged
weird.
in. Like there's a group think thing that going on. Like they all act like as one, and they do one thing. Like they're all like, "Hey, hey," and they all have the same arm up in the air and doing exactly the same.
Do you guys find like now that with the internet and iTunes,
like Nuremberg.
Sounds like Nazis.
Do you guys think like an album now, or do you start thinking, all right, let's just get 3 great songs because you can kind of release on iTunes a little bit differently now? Is it less pressure to come out with 10 songs?
No, I mean, we always put heaps of pressure on ourselves. I mean, you don't want to put anything out there that's crap, even if 5 people are going to hear it, you know? Because
you make a record.
We're from a different school of thought.
That's exactly the opposite of the way we do business.
Yeah.
Put out nothing but
We're
crap,
like,
and hopefully
one
somebody
good
likes
day,
it.
and then 4 days, fuck them.
All right, so you're still thinking album-wise, like you're not going out just releasing song,
You know,
song and then a few months
we were
later.
talking about this yesterday. We were asked a similar question, and I think it's changed a lot. It's almost going back to the way it was in the '60s when it was like singles and and that kind of thing, and then it all went to albums. And I just think it's it's cyclical and it changes all the time, like the way that music is sold or whatever. So what we do is we try and just make a really great album that from start to finish is really cool, and you can put it on at a party or in your car or whatever, and just like enjoy the whole thing, and it can take you somewhere,
Have you guys grown apart creatively at all? I mean, with bands, even great bands, it happens. It's like one starts wanting this and one starts wanting that, and then it's just...
No, I'm really struggling to even be sitting on this couch right now next to these two guys. How do you feel about me?
Yeah, the hatred between band members.
Nah, they still get along. Give them another year.
Well, I'm still like Metallica, even they went through their time where it looked like they're just finished, and then they kind of smooth it out and work through it, and then they just put out like another great album.
We've had our moments,
Don't get a therapist, though, for the band.
No.
That was really awkward when Metallica did it.
It sounded expensive.
Yeah, that guy was really expensive. And then it turns out he had more problems than any of them.
I think the
He was the
therapist-
fucking problem, that whole thing.
Yeah. He was going to get into rock and roll through, like, therapy.
Yeah,
Going,
right, exactly.
Becoming a doctor.
Yeah,
Well,
that's what you need in rock and roll.
Yeah.
Well, we've been crowded in here all morning, so let's get some music out there for the people.
Yeah,
The
the name of the new
album is
album-
called Shaka Rock. It's out August 25th, right?
Yeah.
What do you guys want to play for us today?
We're going to do the single, acoustic style.
Nice.
It's called She's a Genius.
Awesome. Jet.
My girl's ready to take control. She just blows my mind. She only listens to the radio to see who's alive. Wakes up scared of getting old. She don't feel no shame. She knows so many pretty boys, and they are all the same. He said, hey there, girl, tell me what do you do? She said, nothing, but I'm damn sure it's more than you. That girl's a genius, oh. I think she's serious, oh. What you know is who you are, and she's everything. You don't need an education to know the class that you're in. He said, hey there, boy, tell me what do you do? She said, nothing, but I'm damn sure it's more than you. That girl's a genius, oh. I think she's serious, oh. That girl's a genius, oh. I think she's serious, oh. Hey there, boy, come on over and sit. Love is when you want to kiss and you get bit. That girl's a genius, oh. I think she's serious, oh. That girl's a genius, oh. I think she's serious, oh. That girl's a genius. That girl's a genius. That girl's a genius.
Not bad, man. Look at that. Jet, she's
great,
a genius from Shaka Rock, the new album, which comes out August 25th.
And you guys are doing, I know you're doing Boston tomorrow or tonight?
No, actually, tomorrow night. That's
Tomorrow
right.
night, and then back in Atlantic City. And I know that you guys, the day the album comes out, you're doing Letterman, and then like Fallon a week after that. So you guys are getting really heavy promotion for this album.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, it's Jet.
How many singles do you have out off the album?
Just one so far.
Yeah.
We released sort of like an internet thing.
You're working KIA?
That's right, yeah.
KIA, and it wasn't really like, it wasn't released or anything to radio. It was just sort of like a taster thing we did for fans and stuff. And She's a Genius is the proper first single, so.
But what, you're trying to go viral with the KIA?
Mm-hmm.
I guess, yeah, sort of get it out there, you know, but not do like the full.
Yeah, you got to try different things, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's nice to be able to do it. It's like if you want to market something on YouTube or something like that, it's like you can get as many hits on that as you would have got views on a video. I mean, if you can get something.
Well, have you seen that thing? It's pretty gross. We made like a supermarket massacre video for it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's kind of gross.
I wish I saw it before you guys got in.
I know,
but I'll check it out as soon as the show's over.
My mum's like, why do you have to do such disgusting things?
we all have moms that say that.
I hear that all the time, too.
Yeah.
So do you guys have the website is jettheband.com. So people probably just go to jet.com and they wind up getting,
pictures of airplanes.
Yeah, fucking Boeing or Airbus.
G4 or something.
Also, Jet the Band on Twitter, because they mentioned their Twitter earlier.
Yeah, how many Twitter followers you guys have?
I don't know. I don't really.
Do you guys?
A few more now.
Yeah, after this radio show, I think we might have
good.
a few.
You guys want to do another one for us?
Yeah, let's do an oldie but a goldie. What do you think?
Yep.
You're like, he's like, come on, man, it's early. Wow. How many hours sleep you guys get?
4.
Fuck.
Yeah,
oh man, that's like a whole night's sleep for me.
Yeah.
You shit 4 hours? I would kill for 4 hours.
That's because but that's by choice though. He's up fucking alcoholically drinking until 2 o'clock, then he has to be in here by 5.
Where's the problem?
No, it's not. Works.
Are you guys partiers still on the road or not really?
Have been so far.
Yeah.
Like
we were all like, let's take it easy, but then
Yeah.
There's always a reason not to take it easy, though.
Yeah.
Is there one of you that you're most worried about won't show up for the gig? Like, in Sabbath, it was always Ozzy. Like, is he going to get up? Or, there's always one guy in the band who everybody's worried
We
about.
always make it there, no matter what.
Could be the dark horse in this band.
Oh, okay.
You never know, like.
It's changed. We rotate to keep it fresh.
Rotating assholes that are going to ruin the whole band. Yeah.
Rotating
assholes.
Yeah.
That's right, man.
You can ruin the gig, man. You suck. You fucking the whole thing up.
Why don't we get another song out of these guys?
Yeah, definitely.
Jet, an oldie but a goodie.
Are you going to be my girl?
Here we go.
Take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. I said you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. Yeah, 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money when you look like that, do you, honey? Big black boots, long brown hair. She is so sweet with her young backstab. I could see you home with me. You were with another man, yeah. I know we ain't got much to say before I let you get away. I said, when are you gonna get some sleep? So 1, 2, 3, take my hand and come with me because you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. I said you look so fine that I really want to make you mine. 4, 5, 6, come on and get your kicks. Now you don't need the money with a face like that. Black boots, long brown hair. She Said, are you gonna be my girl?
Jets.
Great, man.
Are you going to be my girl? Unbelievable. Your voice is sick, but I'm sure you've heard that a few times.
At times, yes, perhaps.
It's pretty early.
Are you mad that these two aren't working as hard because it's an acoustic performance? You know, the tambourine guy and... Are you going to beat him up a little bit after this appearance?
Mark used to, because he, sometimes he wouldn't be needed because, he wouldn't be playing bass. He'd feel so guilty, though, because he was sleeping in. It was almost worse than coming down.
Oh, and you're okay.
Guilt alleviation, it's called.
Yeah, because you guys are singing and playing the hell out of the guitars, and they're shaking stuff. I know they're more important than that when you guys are doing the real thing. Speaking of which, you're going to be at the Paradise in Boston tomorrow night and the Music Box in Atlantic City on Saturday at the Borgata.
Yeah.
You've been to the Borgata?
Yeah,
You've done it before. You guys gamble?
No.
Not at casinos.
I lose. It's not really much of a gamble when
don't
you know
use
you're going to
condoms.
lose.
That's a true gamble. Nice.
And then after that, it's off to Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah, man. Sounds exotic, doesn't it?
Wow.
Do you want to come?
Oof.
What's wrong with Lansing?
That's not a bad place. It's just, you know what I mean? It's like you want to go there before you go.
Casino, hotel, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
You go Boston, Atlantic City, then...
Yeah, it's like you want to go with Lansing and then Boston, then Atlantic City, then Atlantic City, then Boston. But whatever. Doesn't matter. You guys sound great, man. The single is
Absolutely.
really good.
Thanks.
And the album comes out August 25th. I'm sure it'll be on iTunes the same day. Shaka Rock. Jet.
JetTheBand.com and JetTheBand on Twitter. Thanks, guys.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Quick break, and we're going to finish up next. Opie and Anthony.